This time outside of good delivery. Ideal length from Makhan. And that will result in a dot ball. Wanted to cut there, Tusuf. Not too close, not too far. No foot movement on that occasion. So resulting in another dot ball. So good start here from Makhan.
Yes. Yesterday, Chennai had beaten Rajasthan and Gujarat had beaten Delhi. So today, Rajasthan will be aiming for a victory and they would want a good total to be posted.
No ball called by the umpire. So that ball will have to be bowled again. And that will be a free hit.
Let's see how the free hit is executed. And the umpires are all qualified umpires who are representing different councils. They have Baroda Cricket Council umpires, Rajasthan Cricket Council umpires.
Catch it is the call and just over the fielder. They were looking for two. They've got the 2 runs. Well, not a good timed shot. It went high up in the air. Just missed that fielder at mid-off.
It was too risky a shot. A little more judgment he could have had it, but nevertheless they got 2 runs for that. 5 for no loss of the first 4 balls.
Another good delivery there. Good start from Makhan. He has created some chances. He's bowling some really tight lengths. So that is some really good bowling coming in from Makhan Singh Rajput. Tusuf and Ram Singh have opened the innings. They said 150 is a good total. They're aiming that 150 mark, Mr. Nair. So that should be interesting because if they want to get to that 150 mark, they will need to have a good power play.
A good start is very important too. That is what they would aim.
Another good ball to end the over. First over is up and the score is 5 for no loss. So 1 over is up and the score is 5 for no loss. Rajasthan Rajwade won the toss and decided to bat first. New bowler for Mumbai Ideals who will be bowling from the far end. Taking his run up, another fast bowler looking to start the second over here, Mr. Nair.
He's also a one-arm bowler. But I was very impressed by Makhan's first over, except for that no ball. He was on the spot, all the deliveries. That is brilliant, which means they have been practicing very well.
This time going down the leg side, starting off a little on the leg stump. Not called a wide, so that's a legal delivery. Got something on it on the way to the keeper.
That's one of the reasons he almost appealed for a catch on LBW or something like that. That's why.
Good delivery, straight to the point fielder, misfield there. Throw back to the keeper. So 2 more runs added to the total. Score now moves on to 7. S. Maresh is the new bowler.
Yes, Marish has a nice action. His approach is good. He needs to little concentrate on the leg and middle, I think.
This is Sanna Maresha, the bowler. Played towards the square leg fielder. That ball will race away towards the boundary. First 4 of the innings, first 4 of the match, and that has come from the bat of Ram Singh. 4 runs for the team.
Ram Singh took it correctly because the bowler was persistently bowling on the leg and middle, and this time he was waiting for that ball and turned it nicely for a boundary.
Another fuller length delivery, this time drilled towards the mid-off. Another misfield and back-to-back boundaries for Ram Singh. He hit that one really hard, Mr. Nair. He played it along the ground and he's got 4 runs for that.
That was a flowing drive. Brilliant. All along the ground. Look at the way he positioned himself. Straight bat. And a misfield resulted in 4 runs.
Divyang Premier League, this is match number 3. Ram Singh is batting really well. That ball going down leg, clearly going down leg, and they've taken a single there. So another quick single. Yes, Mr. Nair, they are differently abled, but there is no difference in cricket and the standards of cricket that they follow. Quick running is on the cards all the time.
Quick running and the quality of shots doesn't show any kind of disability.
This time up in the air. Fielder coming underneath it. Oh, that was close. Could have been a little difficult. Another single added to the total. 2 overs are up and the score is 17 for no loss.
He actually positioned well, but unfortunately he couldn't judge the ball correctly and let it go down. So 17 for no loss in 2 overs, and this Divyang Cricket Control Board of India is what organizes this Premier League. They have big plans. Today I had a chat with the secretary of Divyang Cricket Control Board, Mr. Harun Rashid, who said that next time they have plans to bring in international cricketers and have at least 5 international cricketers from different countries playing in and make it an international event.
That is some really good news for these talented youngsters, talented players. Their passion for the game is really commendable. We can all learn from these players, Mr. Nair. And it will be really good to see these players playing at the highest level. Meanwhile, it's Makhan who's started the second over.
International Council for Physically Challenged has approved 6 international teams. They are India, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal and Pakistan.
That is a great shot coming in from the Indian Tusuf Ahmed from team Rajasthan Rajwade. That is the shot of the day for me so far. He creamed that completely over the mid-off. 1 bounce and the ball racing away towards the boundary. Look at that shot, sir.
What a beautifully placed shot. Perfectly he took it on the ice and hit it to the boundary. It was a treat to watch his shot. It looks confident too.
This time the ball just dipping into Tusuf Ahmed. Not getting the middle of the bat on that occasion. Played it towards the mid-on. Will get a single.
Their running between the wickets has been excellent. They have a nice understanding. They call for the singles and make it perfectly. Good start.
No ball signal. That ball was bowled on the pads. Played towards the fine leg. Another no ball from Makhan Rajput. Free hit signalled.
Makhan has a slight problem with the run-up. Although his line and length is correct, but sometimes at the approach he is trying to put in something extra into his delivery, and that must be the reason he oversteps.
This time outside off. Catch it is the call. The ball trickling away towards the third man fielder. Will get a single. "12 of 7, Ram Singh, who's on strike now. Tusuf on 10 of 11. So a steady start here from Rajasthan Rajwade. 25 in 2.4 overs.
25 in 2.4 overs is really a good start. And the shots they are playing are also getting to be authoritative, because that means they are seeing the ball well. Their target of 150 could be achieved.
Good ball there. He's coming around the wicket now. Makhan using that angle against the right-handed Ram Singh. Some good effort from the keeper there as well. Look at that. Ball kept low. Managed to grab that ball with both hands. And they have a slip in place. So good strategy coming in from Mumbai Ideals.
Yeah, that's a plan to get him to play the slip or to the wicket keeper. Let us see whether he can do it. That was on the spot, on the middle stump, played correctly.
Yes, over number 3 comes to an end with that dot ball. 3 overs gone. The score is 25 for no loss. They've got a few chances, Mumbai Ideals. They've created those opportunities of taking wickets, but just not able to grab them. Rajasthan Rajwade, the two openers are out there in the middle. Tusuf Ahmed is on 10 of 11. Ram Singh Chaudhary on 12 of 9. 3 overs, 3 extras, 25 for no loss.
It's really remarkable that this board has 22 states registered with them, and they are expanding in a big way. And Secretary Mr. Rashid was telling that it was a dream for these players to come and play here after IPL was held in this venue.
Oh yes, absolutely. This is such a great pleasure for these players, I'm sure, to be coming out here and playing in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, where a lot of iconic matches have been held. Just recently, the IPL was also held here. So that will give them a lot of motivation to come out here and express themselves and show their talent.
It was so nice to see them take selfies of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium behind them and walking around, having a look. It's a great moment for them.
Oh yes, absolutely. Wide called by the umpire. And it's a great moment for it is for us as well, Mr. Nair, because to be able to witness, this is my first experience of witnessing a match with differently abled special abilities, and it is in complete honor to be able to call this game live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Beautifully turned down to the long leg region for a single. I have also reported blind cricket from this stadium. In fact, Blind Cricket World Cup was held here. The intensity with which those matches were fought was remarkable, and that is what we are seeing here too.
Oh, that time taking the inside edge of the bat, just missing the stumps by a whisker. Oh yes, the intensity, the passion that these players have is no doubt at the optimum level. And I'm sure you must have seen a lot of matches and covered a lot of games. But this experience is surreal.
Yes. This is the representation of, once I used to say, nothing is impossible. Because I remember once I told you that impossible starts with I am possible, and they are showing it there. It is possible for them to produce excellent cricket.
Yes, absolutely. Ram Singh Chaudhary, who's on strike now, has shown some really good shots, some really good cricketing shots. We saw some good shots from Tusuf Ahmed as well. These players have, when they play these shots, we don't feel that it's somebody, you know, who has a certain kind of restriction. They play as if they are professional cricketers, and that is so good to watch.
The beauty of their batting is that they're picking the right ball to hit and not going for any kind of fancy shots, but perfect shots which are getting them runs. That is what is needed to give a good opening. For example, this drive taken on the full and beautifully played to mid-on and gets a single.
Yes, and also just to notice the basics here, Mr. Nair, I saw that right now when S. Maresh was bowling and the ball was hit to the mid-on fielder. Again, another wide. The mid-on fielder, while throwing and returning the ball back, made sure that he threw the ball along the ground so that it's easier for the bowler to collect the ball. So that is also being considered when you're throwing it to certain fielders, and that is good presence of mind.
Basically, he has only one hand to collect the ball, so he collects it correctly, but they make it easier for them understanding the disability in the bowler.
This time outside edge of the bat, and there is a misfield that will get them 4 runs. Tusuf will get another boundary here. The score moving on to 32 now.
The fielder did reach the ball, but unfortunately it slipped away. See, he played it on through the gaps, and the fielder had reached the ball, but unfortunately he couldn't stop it.
Good delivery, very good delivery there from S. Maresh.
Look at the way he stopped that ball. He stopped with his arm sideways so that it doesn't go straight to the boundary.
Yes, 4 overs are up, and the score is 36 for no loss. Four overs, 36 for no loss. They are still looking for a wicket here, Mumbai Ideals. They need to take some wickets to stop the flow of runs. because currently they are scoring at 9 runs and over, which is a very healthy run rate.
With every over, Tusuf and Ramsingh it getting stronger. They are seeing the ball well and they are executing their shots. So there are every chances that they go for some big shots now. It's a good start. That is what is needed. And next bowler is Niaz Ahmed, a right arm medium pacer. He too has only one arm. But tall.
Another fast bowler will be starting the 5th over here, Niaz Ahmed. 111 on his jersey. Is that the number of wickets he's taken? Or should be the number of wickets. This time a full toss delivery on the pads, and Ramsingh Chaudhary has played that in the gap. 4 runs.
Ramsingh Chaudhary has thanked him for the full toss and hit him for the boundary.
A real loosener here from Niaz Ahmed. It was full toss, a juicy full toss on the pads. And all Ramsingh Chaudhary had to do was just play it in the gap. He did that to perfection, and he's got 4 runs for that.
Especially when he has settled down and seeing the ball well. It was what he wanted. And that too down the leg side, a full toss, and he made full use of it.
Another full toss, another shot towards the fine leg. This time the fielder is there. He will stop that. Will just be a single.
Shoaib, do you know that they had organized an Asia Cup and India are the champions. So they are looking for more international matches and gain more exposure.
Well, that is some news, but I definitely know that they used to play and they have been playing some matches I was closely following. There it is, like you rightly said, there are some teams that have been registered, 6 teams, mostly Asian teams. So there you see there is a change of weapons for Tusuf Ahmed. He's got a new willow in his hand. Looks like change of strategy now. Will want to attack since it's just 2 overs left of the power play now. They will be looking to capitalize and get some runs in those 2 overs.
The fielding has been good. They have thrown everything possible, although it has slipped them to the boundaries, but still they have tried. The trying is the best thing. Niaz is struggling for his line and length. It went down the legs and he has been not on the spot. He had bowled full tosses and his deliveries are going down the leg side, and he needs to regain his line and length.
This time a much better delivery into the block hole, played towards the mid-on. And that will give them another single.
It was well driven and they wanted to, but the fielder, despite not able to field it completely, regained control of the ball.
A full toss played over the square leg. That bat has a really good middle. He just timed it and the ball went racing away towards the boundary. 4 more runs for Ramsingh. Tournament fours number 6.
This time, once again, that full toss, beautifully hit, perfectly taken, and it went to the boundary.
This is an expensive over coming in from Niaz Ahmed. 11 runs given in 4 deliveries. That time another good delivery. This is one was better than the previous ones. It will just be a single. Ram Singh now has moved on to 24 of 15 deliveries. Tusuf on 17 of 16.
Nia should be concentrating on a line and length, which he bowled the last ball. Let's see what happens to this delivery.
Another good shot. Lucky there, Niaz. There was a fielder. The square leg fielder was right there. So just be a single. 5 overs are up. Score is 49 for no loss. And now there is going to be a change in the com box. It is going to be Neil Ojha along with Ahmed Khwaja.
Right then, thank you so much, Shoaib. Rajasthan Rajwade then 49 for no loss after 5 overs. Ram Singh on 24 of 15. Tusuf 18 of 17. A very solid start for them at the Divyang Premier League. And looks like they're in for that target that they were looking for, about 150 plus, Neil.
Well, that's right. But they definitely have got the first 5 overs planned and executed extremely well. 49 without loss and 5, going at a run rate which is just shy of 10. Brilliant start, and they haven't lost a wicket yet. Mahantesh now coming in to bowl. He'll be bowling from the far end. Looks like he's a turner, Mahantesh Veerabasappa.
Well done there, Neil.
Well, these names would be sure become a household names really soon, reaching many a homes through this live broadcast, gaining a lot of support. Right, Mahantesh now. Tossed up delivery, up in the air and taken. What a catch! A single-handed catch. First ball of the 6th over and we have a wicket.
It's the big fast bowler Niaz taking a stunner at extra cover. Single-handed grab. And the new bowler Mahantesh, left arm over the wicket, striking immediately. Big wicket there for Mumbai.
Tossed up delivery and then look at that catch. Got behind the ball and bang with one hand. Right under the inside the 30-yard circle. Tusuf will have to take the long walk back. But he's done well for his team. Tusuf Ahmed, 18 of 18, including 2 boundaries. A strike rate of 100. Right, so the new bat in. He will be on the striker's end. Syed Aziz Shah for Rajasthan Rajwade, wearing jersey number 11. Looks like a stocky, strong bat. This guard outside leg stump. That's an interesting ploy. Comes across, dabs it down the line, dot ball.
Just taking a look at the field here, Neil, there's a fly leg slip in place, a very fine backward point and a very fine short third man. So fascinating stuff here, and also a short extra cover in place. So they're definitely attacking and looking for wickets.
Bowled him! We spoke about attack, and that is exactly what has happened. Mumbai Ideals now coming in really strong. For the first 5 overs, there were not even a single wicket, and now, in this very over, they've picked up 2.
That man Mahantesh doing the job for Mumbai Ideals. Flighted delivery right on off stump. Swing across the line as he's missed it, and look at that big celebration. Fantastic bowling.
Shah will have to walk back without scoring. Rajasthan had a great start, but now just a little stutter. Lost 2 wickets in this over. Still inside the power play.
Indeed, fantastic game-changing over here from Mahantesh. Very accurate, right on off, middle and off, and getting the Rajasthan batsmen to lose their patience. And you have to credit the captain as well for that aggressive field placing that he's done. That fly leg slip, short extra cover, tempting the batsman to have a dip once again in the power play over, but getting the wickets as well. 49 for 2. Decent run rate still for Rajasthan, but those 2 wickets have definitely pegged them back.
That's rightly said there. 49 for 2 in 5.3. Taking the leg stump guard now. New batsman in, Ikhlaq Ahmed.
Left arm round, 3 balls to go.
Wide outside the off stump, making him follow the ball. A dot ball. Ikhlaq Ahmed in yesterday's game against Chennai was out on the very first ball that he came out to play. He was trapped LBW by Rajesh Kumar Jaddu. Playing against Chennai. Wouldn't have a lot of confidence today. That shot definitely looked very confident, straight over the bowler's head. He'll get a single there.
Well, that's one way to get off the mark, Neil. Just pump it over the bowler, easy as you like. And 50 up for Rajasthan in the 6th over.
They got one more delivery to go in this over. Mahantesh, a very successful over from Mumbai's perspective. Ikhlaq on the non-striker's end is playing with a runner. Tossed up delivery, converts it into a low full toss, and will be a single towards long on. That'll be the end of the over. 6 overs gone, 51 for 2. All right, so a quick look at the batting card there. Tusuf Ahmed, 18 of 18, and Ram Singh Chaudhary still in the attack, 25 of 16. Gave a great start there for Rajasthan Rajwade, who after winning toss elected to bat first. With Syed Shah Aziz was clean bowled by Mahantesh without opening his account. And now Ikhlaq Ahmed has come in. Scored a single.
Right then, another change in the bowling here for Mumbai Ideals. Looks like they're switching to spin from both ends now, Neil, since Mahantesh got a bit of grip from the surface and some extra bounce, in fact, from a good length as well. Will be interesting to see Ram Singh's approach to him. Down the leg side, some swing on offer, but well down the leg side, well collected by the keeper as well. Rajasthan Rajwade, that's probably the most colorful name I've ever heard for a team, Neil. And you were telling me off air what Rajwade exactly means.
Going down the leg again. He's getting some swing. Just has to correct his line. Try and bowl outside the off stump. Bring the ball in. Looks like he's going to change the side that he's bowling from. Come round the wicket. Angling towards the right-handed batsman. Again down the leg side, third wide in a row. Rajasthan Rajwade. Rajwade is basically a courtyard, a king's courtyard. And Rajasthan, as we know, is all about the kings, the palaces. Mohammad Javed, meanwhile, still struggling. Oh, what a delivery, this one. Beautiful delivery. Shaping in. Now the umpire is coming down and just warning the bowler that he is bowling and coming in the line of the danger zone. Look at that, there you go.
Big swing on offer, and that too from round the wickets. Fantastic bowling. This time straight to the point. Fielder, yes, no, and has to dive back to get into the crease. That could have been close. But Javed now has settled into a good line and length, and he's swinging the ball all over the place.
Well, yes, for a bowler who's swinging the ball so much, it's kind of risky to bowl from round the wicket because you are kind of diminishing your chances to get an LBW. Oh, what a delivery again. This reminds me of what Andre Russell has been doing at the death for Kolkata Knight Riders. He comes in from round the wicket, angles the ball away from the right-handed batsman, bowls right inside the tram line, making the batsman go towards the ball and setting up a 7-2 field. This is what it is. Beautiful delivery there. He's doing really well, Javed. Barring the first three deliveries which were wide down the leg side, he's bowled absolutely on the money.
And Ram Singh, who's been batting beautifully throughout this game, is now struggling. He's not picking the swing and definitely getting trouble there by Javed's ability to move the ball both ways. The Rajasthan dugout there still looking in good spirits, looking confident. They do have runs on the board so far, 54 for 2 in the 7th over, so they've got a solid start on which to build on. This time flick to square leg, and that will be a quick single. So Ram Singh does the best thing to do when you're struggling against a bowler. You get off strike.
.55 for 2. So barring those three wides, he's bowled 4 dot balls, and the 5th one was a single. Ikhlaq now on strike, and the last ball of the over. This could be Javed's man. Oh, well dug out there. We'll get a single, and that'll be the end of it. 7 overs gone. It's 56 for 2.
Right then, let's take a look at the bowling card here for Mumbai Ideals. Beautiful sights and sounds of Sharjah there. And of course, the infamous Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai. Makhan Singh Rajput, 2 overs, none for 13. Good aggressive seam bowler. Sana Maresha, 2 overs for 22, went for some tap. Niaz Ahmed, his 1 over was very expensive for 13 runs. But that man Mahantesh has really changed the game. 1 over, just 2 runs given away and 2 wickets. And Mohammad Javed has had a pretty solid start as well. But those 10 extras given away in just 7 overs will be a concern for the Mumbai Ideals bowling lineup.
Mahintesh will continue from the far end. Unarguably the best bowler so far for Mumbai Ideals. Has picked up 2 wickets. He's bringing in a slip fielder, almost at, not at a catching position. And there's a deep third man as well. Deep square leg going back. And there is a long on and a long off. Oh, every ball that he's bowling, there is excitement galore. Mahantesh ensuring that every time he delivers, he's delivering fire.
Absolutely, that's a dropped catch by the keeper, I feel. And big exclaim from the bowler, but no worries. Back to his mark. This time straight to cover fielder. What I am really enjoying here, Neil, is the creative field settings being done here by the Mumbai Ideals captain. There's a fly leg slip, there's a fly slip, there's a short extra cover, and everybody else out on the boundary. So it's basically an in and out field for Mahantesh. Stumping attempted, and the leg umpire doesn't seem interested. And it looks like Ikhlaq did get back there, Neil.
Well, yeah, Ikhlaq has not been the aggressive kinds to actually step out and take a charge against the bowler. His back foot very clearly planted. That's what it appears to us. But then you were right, Ahmed, there. The field setting there is extremely clear and very, very clever. They got the cover fielder stopping the single. This time into the mid-wicket zone. Long on will have to go run around. And by the time he picks it up and throws, there'll be a couple of runs taken. For a spinner, wouldn't you always want a deep mid-wicket? Because he is the kind who's trying to pitch it up, bowling the slower ones. If the batsman just goes on the back foot, pulls it, he'll straight go to mid-wicket. What he's done now is, he's got that long on fielder to a cow corner. Up in the air, exactly where he plays the fielder, but the ball won't carry. Great fielding.
Good fielding there, but I do believe, Neil, he's not putting a mid-wicket because he wants the batsman to play across the line and play against the spin. So every chance that a top edge will be produced and there'll be a simple catch in the offside. So good strategy here from the Mumbai Ideals captain, tempting the batsman to go across the line.
And there is a punishment posting happening for the mid-wicket fielder. The bowler wants him to go too long off because probably he didn't go attempting that catch. That's aggressive. Slashed it hard, and this one, there is a chase being put on, but the ball will win the chase. Oh, or has he dragged it in? No, the umpire calls it a 4. Great effort there, very good effort.
Let's take a look at that. Short and wide and beautifully piercing the gap between cover point. And a desperate chase given there by the Mumbai Ideals. Look at that. Absolutely nail-biting stuff and just flicked the boundary rope. Good sharp call there from the umpire. And Rajasthan have moved on to 63 for 2 after 8 overs. The run rate just a shade below 8.
What has really happened over here, if you realize, Ahmed, the last 3 overs have been so tight that they've pulled the net run rate down. They were going at almost 10 an over, to now going down to below 8 and over. That's a phenomenal work coming in from Mahantesh.
Absolutely, him and Javed have done a very solid job here for the Mumbai Ideals, and I'll be interested to see that they've just been given 2 over spells, nothing too extended, so basically saving them for the second half of the innings. So it'll be interesting to see what combination they take into the death bowling.
Well, I would still want to continue with Mahantesh. There is some breeze that's blowing across. 39 degrees Celsius, 13 kilometers the breeze. That'll definitely keep these guys cool in the center. Straight in the block hole, what a delivery to start with, but well dug out. Ram Singh, he's got his eyes in. Oh wait, in fact that's Ikhlaq. Ram Singh is on the non-striker's end.
Cut away straight to point, excellent fielding there, good effort being shown and a shy at the stumps as well. So Mumbai Ideals very aggressive in the field, that's what I like to see.
That's right, they're not waiting for too late. A swing and a miss there. What is really interesting is that he's still getting that swing, Javed, and he's bowling from over the wicket. Previous over, he came round the wicket to bowl after he bowled some 3 wides from over the wicket. This time, very well controlled, or just did I just speak too early? That's a wide.
The commentator's curse striking there. A bit harsh there from the umpire, could have let it go, but no, he said outstretched arms indicating a wide. Nobody on the point boundary, that's very interesting here from the Mumbai Ideals. Slashed past point, down to third man. Good fielding there, just a single though. So the run rate has definitely dried up. Mumbai Ideals creating some pressure, and I do feel there's a wicket round the corner.
You're right. When you don't give runs, something comes through. Javed has just given 2 runs. 1 off the bat and 1 as a wide. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. He needs to finish well for his team. This time, played it straight. Long on will come into play. Beg your pardon, long off. Only a single. The bowler applauds the effort of the fielder there.
Quick single there on the leg side. So a steady over there from Javed once again. 67 for 2. In fact, they've gone through for overthrows. Oh, that's poor stuff. 68 for 2 after 9 overs are Rajasthan Rajwade.
There is a good partnership that's brewing between these two, Ikhlaq and Ram Singh. 19 runs between these two of 21 deliveries. Ram Singh going at a strike rate of 134, which is really, really impressive. The dugout there, kind of a little worry on their face, you can see that, and that's because of this man there, Mahantesh. He's completely shaken off that start that Rajasthan had got. And like we spoke, Ahmed, that Mumbai should continue with Mahantesh. Probably just bowl him out. If he gets a wicket or 2, it could be a game changer. Mahantesh to Ikhlaq. In fact, it's Ram Singh. Sharjah, Ram Singh strike pair.
Oh, inside edge. Yes, no, maybe. And Ram Singh has to get back. Sharp fielding at short fine leg. But that man, Mahantesh, is making the ball play tricks off this Sharjah surface.
That's right. This wicket, while it is a batting paradise, but if you bowl in the right areas, the ball will do something. That was a tossed up delivery. Not too much control on that. Ram Singh, but I reckon, has missed out on that opportunity. It was a poor ball. He dragged it from wide outside off stump. Instead of that, he should have just played it over covers or in the cover point region. Maybe would have got a boundary.
Absolutely, he really errs in his line and length. Look at that, bowled him! That man Mahantesh strikes again. Ikhlaq losing his patience, swinging across the line, and he hits the timber. Fantastic bowling. 69 for 3 Rajasthan.
What a delivery there by Mahantesh. This time, sliding the ball in, the arm ball, going down on one knee, wanting to hoik it over mid-wicket, misses. But the ball does not miss the stumps. Into the stumps. Bang! Mahantesh gets his third. 69 for 3. Ikhlaq Ahmed, 8 of 14. He'll be taking the long walk back. It's going to be Shakti, wearing jersey number 107.
Right then, Shakti Singh coming in for Rajasthan. 69 for 3. And that man Mahantesh, what a spell he's bowled. 3 wickets in just 2.5 overs. And I'd say, Neil, he's odds on for a fifer. And he looks the most threatening bowler on show. No doubt about that.
That's right. Shakti Singh, in his previous outing against Chennai, couldn't do much. Got out on a duck. Would want to redeem himself and score something, do something better for his team. Similar to what Ikhlaq did. Ikhlaq got out without opening his account against Chennai, but today ended up scoring 8 runs and had a good partnership going with his partner Ram Singh. Shakti will have to ensure he does the same.
Absolutely, it was a strong start by Ram Singh and Tusuf. But then that man Mahantesh came in, got the wicket of Tusuf, and then the captain Shah Aziz couldn't do much, gone for a duck. Ikhlaq tried his very best, but in that man Mahantesh would not be denied. Just bowling wicket to wicket, a bit of drift in the air, and that arm ball has been exceptional.
Left arm batsman Shakti Singh, he'll be on strike. Left leg stump guard, in fact. Checking with the umpire how many balls to go. Confirms 3 more to go.
And they've interestingly left mid-wicket open for him. So that shot is very much on if Shakti decides to attack Mahantesh. Nobody on the cover boundary as well. So a very aggressive field here from Mumbai Ideals.
Big shout there for caught behind. Persistent, but the umpire is not interested. To hit him over mid-wicket, he'll have to go against the angle that Mahantesh is creating, which will be difficult. Oh, beautiful delivery. Right on the money. One last ball to go. Mahantesh is asking all the right questions. Could he get rewarded on the last ball?
Shakti definitely nervous after getting out for a duck in his previous game. And his feet are definitely not moving to Mahantesh right now. Slip in place. Just guided past the slip. Unbelievable. And there's a third man in place. So he does get off the mark. After 10 overs, it is 70 for 3 Rajasthan. Right then, there will be a change in the commentary box. It is K. R. Nair being joined by Shoaib Ahmed.
Thank you, Ahmad. At the halfway stage, we see 70 runs being scored. There's a super question. Raja Maharaj Singh made his first class debut at the age of 16, 72, 29, 44.
Right, so the super question one more time. Divyang Premier League. Raja Maharaj Singh made his first class debut at the age of what age? Option A is 16, B is 29, C 72 or D 44. Now that answer, we'll have to wait to get that answer back to you, but keep guessing.
$70 for 3 at the halfway mark.
Yes, some good bowling from the left arm spinner. Ten overs, 70 for 3. That time it's played up in the air. Did not time it too well. Will just get a single.
He checked it short too because he saw a fielder deep down and earned a single. We have seen many disabled cricketers become legends of the game. For example, Chandrasekhar suffered from poliomyelitis and he went on to take 242 wickets for India.
Another left arm spinner, Brijesh Trivedi. He's also the skipper for Mumbai Ideals. He's bowling from over the wicket. And good bowling action. Very nice line and length. Another flighted delivery up in the air. Catch it is the call. It's gone over the fielder. Will get 2 runs.
It was lifted very high. A fielder was there, but he could not position himself to below the ball.
.3 overs, 73 for 3. Brijesh Trivedi now bowling an extra. That will be called a wide. So after that first 6 overs, which were good for Rajasthan Rajwade, the score has just dropped down a little, the run rate, thanks to some excellent bowling from Mahansh.
And this time it has been lifted and safely beyond the fielder. And they take 2.
Another chance being gone begging. Now another fielder being replaced. Brijesh Trivedi, the skipper for Mumbai Ideals.
Each time a catch is dropped, he makes sure that a new fielder is introduced to that position, hoping that another lifting another lift can land in a catch.
Good ball. Very good ball there from Brajesh.
That was too close. Brajesh, well, the advantage is that if he pitches on a spot, it's a brilliant delivery. He has the turn, he is on the spot.
Yes, over number 11 comes to an end and the score is 76 for 3.
Shoaib, I always used to wonder how Mansur Ali Khan Pataudi used to bat with one eye, and that too against Andy Roberts. So that is, sometimes I feel all this is in the mind. Even if you have a disability, you can do it, isn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely, Mr. Nair. I completely agree with you. You need to have the intent first to do something, because that is half the battle. And then, if you really work hard towards it, if you have the passion, like you rightly said, nothing is impossible.
That was on the spot. A good delivery and fielded without any mistake, so there was no run.
Mahantesh has been the pick of the bowlers. 3 overs, he's taken 3 wickets for just 11 runs. This time down the leg side.
Shoaib, there is Len Hutton, the great batsman. His left arm was 2 inches shorter than his right arm.
Yes, and you're right. Of course, I know one player, Martin Guptill, who does not have toes. I think 2 or 3 toes. And he still is such a wonderful batsman.
His left feet, in a fork accident, he lost all 3 toes. But still, what a batsman. Superb. New Zealand's mainstay batsman.
Yes, the only New Zealander to score a double century in an ODI. I was there watching that game in New Zealand in 2015 against West Indies. What a great innings that was.
He's a class player. This is what I say. People overcome all kinds of defects if you love the game and want to deliver it.
Score definitely drying up here for Rajasthan Rajwade because of this great bowling between these two spinners, Mahantesh and Brajesh Dwivedi, both bowling really well and making sure that there are no more runs coming freely for these two players. Ram Singh, on the other hand, has been batting really well, 38 of 32 deliveries.
From the start, he has been excellent, picking the right balls and executing it with perfection.
Another flighted delivery. Oh, that is an excellent fielding effort there at the short cover region. Brilliant stuff. Over number 12 comes to an end and the score is 81 for 3.
The lovely aspect of this match is that many times we think, can they play cricket? How are they playing cricket? Are they worthy to play cricket? But they are showing that they can do it. Here is the scoreboard. Tusuf Ahmed out for 18, and Ram Singh is going strong, unbeaten on 38. But Said Shah Aziz got out for a duck, and Ikhlaq Ahmed for 8, and Shakti Singh for is unbeaten on 4. Mantish was the man who took 3 wickets and has pushed them to 81 for 3 in 12 overs.
So 12 overs, 81 for 3. We are back after the strategic timeout. A drinks break for all the players. And Mr. Nair, because I'm fasting, so no drinks for me.
A much deserved drinks for the players on a hot day. And the ball down the leg side resulted in a wide.
Catcher is the call, straight to the fielder, and has been taken. So a wicket falls right after the drinks break, and it is Ram Singh Chaudhary who has given a catch towards point. A useful contribution from him, but it's going to be the end of his batting innings.
Many of the catches of Dwivedi had gone down, and finally he got a wicket. He deserves that wicket because he placed it in such a way on the just outside the outline, hit it in the air and taken very well, judged it correctly, and that was a good innings from him.
Ram Singh Chaudhary was out on 38 of 33 deliveries, caught by Vibhu, bowled by Brijesh Dwivedi. 5 boundaries in that innings, 82 for 4.
Many times when cricketers do certain things which we think cannot do. We feel very nice as a commentator to be commenting on those matches, because this is a ground when cricket was first to be played. People had asked, can cricket be played in a desert? And this ground proved that it is possible. And here are cricketers showing that even if we have disabilities, they can play good cricket.
Yes, Mr. Nair, you're absolutely right. There is a saying in Hindi and in Urdu as well. Kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna. So that is what people do. They just have to ask questions and keep talking. But you have to believe in yourself and your capabilities. And that is what I think here is what we are witnessing. These young cricketers, they have the self-belief, they have the passion. And that is why they are performing here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
They are pushing their limits to the full. Limitations doesn't stop them. They want to do well, produce good cricket, and that's what we see here.
That's a wicket, a wild swing there, completely missing the line of the ball, playing across, and another wicket, another successful delivery from Brajesh Dwivedi.
Brajesh Dwivedi, if he pitches on a spot, it's bound to be. See, look, and he wanted a one-handed hit and missed it totally to be clean bowled.
A short stay out there in the middle for Shakti Singh. He scored 4 of 9, bowled by Brajesh, and the score now is 83 for 5. Now that is some concern for Rajasthan Rajwade.
Half the team is back in the pavilion in 12.4 overs. The captain wanted a score of 150. Next batsman is Ajit Raj. Is a right-arm batsman. Is taking guard. Some big hits are now needed.
This time played over the mid-wicket fielder. Won't go all the way. Get 2 runs. So
Really
the new man in, Ajit Raj, is off the mark. He's got 2 of the first delivery.
Really confident on his part to play a shot from first ball up in the air. Oh, that was too close. He went for again a cross shot.
So this is what they all are playing for. 6 teams have come down all the way from India and are playing and contesting these matches for this beautiful trophy that you can see on your screens right now. Absolutely wonderful.
It's glittering in the background of the Sharjah's green turf. So brilliant. Whoever plays hard for that deserves that trophy. Ranjit Singh is the batsman. He adjusts his gloves like Dhoni does it often.
But hopefully we see some big shots of the likes of Dhoni as well. Divyang Premier League T20 2021. It's SF360 digital production. Hashtag connecting sports digitally.
And this is played well on the spot and the back foot to the short car.
Catcher is the call. And it's been taken. What a great catch that is. Absolutely blinder of a catch. And another wicket falls here for Rajasthan Rajwade. Ranjit Singh has to walk back. And he is out.
Imagine that shot was played in the air. And though he has only one hand, he took it correctly. It makes people who have two arms still drop catch. Remember that catches are being taken with just one hand. Hats off to Ravi who took that brilliant catch.
Yes, in that point position to take a catch with two hands is not an easy job. When you do it with one hand, you have to be exceptional, and that is what exactly he is. A brilliant fielding effort there.
That was a blinder. It was played very hard. And look at the way he took it. It's marvelous. This is the time when we are blessed to have two arms and then continue our life. And they are doing with one arm the impossible things. Here is Nasir Khan, the next batsman. He has just one arm.
Oh, he has been bowled, clean bowled in fact, and that is because Javed has bowled a peach of a delivery, a welcoming delivery right into the block hole. The batsman had no answer to that. Absolutely brilliant Yorker execution. Another wicket falls. 85 for 7 now.
That was a spot-on delivery. Nasir Khan bowled by Javed for a duck. He looked absolutely disappointed. But cricket is that. Sometimes you score a duck, another day you score a century. That's what makes cricket a lovely game.
Just the new man in. Amir is the new batsman.
Random over, 3 balls to go.
On the pads, and the ball has gone all the way for a boundary. So welcome boundary. He started off well. It was on the pads, and he's made sure he connects it into the gap behind square for 4 runs.
Now such shots are necessary. Shab, what do you think they can cross the 100-run mark at this stage? Because only 3 more wickets are left, but it's a challenge. And they're Mumbai bowling very well.
Another shot towards the mid-wicket. You're right, sir. They have deliveries left, but the concern is the wicket column. They only have 3 wickets. I think 100 should be possible. They should be targeting at least 110, 115 to get to a decent score.
The wicket is helpful to the batsman. There is nothing unplayable. It's a good wicket. And that he went for a wild swing, and fortunately he was not in front of the wicket.
Yes, end of 14 overs, 90 for 7. Divyang T20. You can send us your answers for the question we just asked. 14 overs, 90 for 7.
Encouraged by wickets from the last over. It is full toss, not connected fully, hence could not still manage the single. That's good.
Coming down the track and the good keeping work there. Another wicket falls and Dwivedi, Brijesh Dwivedi, the skipper, is amongst the wickets. Another wicket falling down and now it's 91 for 8 and that 100 mark looks difficult.
He stepped out and missed the ball totally, allowing the wicket keeper to pull off a stumping. Dwivedi has been brilliant on the spot. When he pitches on the spot, it is a very, very dangerous bowler. Every time he is on a line and length, the batsmen have struggled.
Yes, on that occasion, Ajit Raj did not have to go for the big hit. He could have just taken singles and rotated the strike. But he's on his way back now. 2 of 4. And the score is 91 for 8.
Stepping out and taking eye off the ball. This is what happens, and especially against an accurate spinner. 91 for 8. The 100-run mark now looks doubtful, unless some big hits can take them there. Will the tail wag? That's the question.
Well, it should, for the sake of Rajasthan Rajwade, they should be able to get some runs because 91 is definitely a below par score. Mumbai Ideals will think that they are going to get those runs easily. 91 for 8, 14.2 overs. They still have another 5 overs after this over. So they have sufficient deliveries left. It's just that the batsmen are not waiting out there in the middle. That's another wide. A lot of extras being bowled by Mumbai Ideals as well, Mr. Nair.
Yes, but after the good start, to be at 92 for 8 is disappointing from the Rajasthan point of view. This is that brilliant stumping. This delivery came in sharply and umpire says nothing doing. All the 4 umpires are qualified umpires representing different councils. And that is the second stumping from taking the eye of the ball has resulted in another wicket.
That's definitely out. And another wicket falls here. So Rajasthan tail is in a hurry to get back into the hut. 92 for 9. Now Brajesh has got 4 wickets in 2.4 overs. He's looking good for a fifer.
Rajesh Kumar is out for a duck. He stayed only for 2 balls. And Suraj pulls off his second stumping. And this is brilliant bowling. Can we say like captain's knock, captain's bowling?
Yes, a captain's performance for sure. Leading from the front.
Despite limping, he reaches the crease and bowls on the spot. Here is the trophy waiting to be lifted. 92 for 9 in 14.4 overs. Will Mumbai waste the remaining 5 overs? We'll have to wait and see. Here is the last batsman coming. He has a JK sticker on his bat. The heat has not affected them at all.
Super question was asked a few overs back. Raja Maharaj Singh made his first class debut at the age of 16, 29, 72 or 44. The correct answer is answer C, 72 years of age. And we have a winner here in the com box. It was Niloja who had guessed that one correctly. He will get a bottle of water from our side.
I think Neil Oja must have judged it correctly because he is a man who believes in fitness, who ensures that however age it is, you should remain fit. And he must be an embodiment of fitness to be playing at 72.
Yes, and also Neil himself is very close to that number. But that is really an interesting fact, to be debuting his first class match at the age of 72 years. Really.
Durgesh is the next batsman.
Mr. Nair, you can also debut now in the D20. You still have a chance.
It says that just because you are old, you don't stop playing. You become old when you stop playing.
Well said, sir. Well said. Absolutely. Agree with you. Could not agree with you more. Meanwhile, there is another batsman out there. New batsman in. Sharma. Ji. Mr. Nair, if you look at the field now, all the fielders are inside the circle, very close to that batting, to the batsman. In fact, 5 of them are on the pitch. Look at that. So many fielders, very close. There's a short mid-wicket, a short extra cover, a short point, slip, and a huge appeal. But I think the ball was pitching outside leg.
Looks like the attacking field put a lot of pressure on the batsman. He brought in everyone inside. And despite a loud appeal, he could not impress the umpire.
Turkesh Sharma. Well, the next 5 overs, there's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Niloja and Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you so much, Shoaib. Desraj there. He will be on strike for the 16th over. We're having a conversation about Mr. Nair making his D20 debut. Mr. Nair at this age is extremely fit, and I tell you, he swings the ball both ways. His action is very much like Glenn McGrath. I've played, lucky to be on the same side as Mr. Nair in all the games that I've played. Wouldn't have been able to survive more than a few deliveries if he was bowling to me.
Absolutely, and you can just judge from the commentary stint that they just had. We left them with just about 2-3 wickets down, and when we've come back, it's 92 for 9.
Well, yes, sir. Makhan Singh comes back. He'd opened the attack. He's taken for a few runs at the top. But now, there's a chance to close down this chapter. They would be looking to finish off this innings, try to keep Rajasthan below 100.
Absolutely, 92 for 9. That man Brijesh Trivedi, 4 wickets. Mahantesh also 3 wickets. And Javed also getting among the wickets. So, fantastic fight back here in the last 5 overs from Mumbai Ideals. And now they're going to their lead seamer, Makhan Singh Rajput. Perhaps he can just wrap up the tail here, get them out for under 100.
He'll be bowling from the far end. Beautiful delivery and opening the face of the bat. Gliding the ball towards the third man. Region will get a single there. They're going for the second chance of a run out. And reaches safely. Good call there.
Excellent running there, catching the third man fielder unawares. He was just dawdling to the ball. An excellent awareness there. Sneaking in an extra run, a precious run here for Rajasthan.
Well, yes, there could be a slight confusion there as both the batsmen are running with runners. For the fielder, you have to be extra alert. No ball called. And a misfielding there. Will the ball go all the way? It does. That's a boundary.
Fantastic shot there. Half volley there to this. And just a bit of a misfield at extra cover. And that ball has floated through extra cover for a wonderful and valuable 4 runs for Rajasthan. Look at that. Not really a misfield, actually. He just couldn't get there, in fact. Right in the gap. And just trickling away and just caressing that boundary rope. Top shot.
This time going down the leg side. Good piece of fielding at the boundary. A couple of runs nonetheless. They're trying to extract everything that is coming, and with those 2 runs, 100 is what Rajasthan arrives at. 101 for 9.
Desraj is batting really well here, getting on with the game and using the pace on the ball that Makhan Rajput is putting on to full effect.
Again a no ball. Oh, this will hurt. This will hurt really bad.
Good running between the wickets, good energy in the field there. The square leg fielder giving his all, getting that big boot down. But a no ball from Makhan Singh Rajput. These are valuable runs being given away, and it's free hit time.
Going towards the square leg, will get a single. It's just been 3 deliveries, but 13 runs have come so far in this over. Very expensive over. The first ball was 2 runs. The next one was a no ball that was hit for a boundary. Followed that with a 2. Then a no ball with 3 runs coming in. In fact, 2 runs plus the no ball. And then a single.
Absolutely right, and we're just halfway through the over. Let's see if Durgesh can hang on and support this Raj. Good defense there. Right out of the wisdom manual, Neil.
Oh, absolutely. That's very smart of Durgesh. He realized that they've got the runs of the over. Don't need to do anything silly. Just tap the ball away. Keep it at a safe distance.
If he can be the Jack Leach to Deshraj's Ben Stokes, you
Oh,
never know
yes.
what can happen.
Oh, that's exactly what he's doing there. They've stolen a single there. Very smart running. Very smart running. One more delivery to come now.
Square leg was just on his heels, and excellent single there from Durgesh. Good call, and with both batsmen having runners, there's high chance of confusion, but they understood each other very well and scampered through. Top stuff from Rajasthan. Another no ball here from Makhan Singh Rajput. He has gone absolutely haywire in this over. And once again, a single dab down to third man as well. Free hit.
Oh my God! Now this is not really going to help Mumbai. Their plans have gone haywire. An extremely expensive over. What looked like a brilliantly controlled middle innings. Now near the death. The entire beauty has been squandered. Okay, a dot ball to end the over. It's going to be 16 overs, 108 for 9. All right, quick look at the Rajasthan batting card there. Tusuf Ahmed, 18 of 18. Ram Singh Chaudhary, 38 of 33. That was a brilliant start that they had. But then after that, look at that stutter when Mahantesh came in. Syed Shah duck, 1 lakh on 8. Shakti Singh 4. Ranjit Singh 1. Ajit Raj 2. Nasir Khan didn't open his account. And now, near the end of the innings, that one little over has changed things. Desraj scoring 18 of 9. And Rajesh didn't open his account, but Durgesh giving him company. Now 4 more overs to go. It's going to be Brajesh, the skipper. He would want to take this wicket. He wants to finish it off. Can't afford to give any more overs to this tail that's just wagging happily now.
Absolutely, Desraj here taking the onus on. An interesting field being set here. Long on is being kept back, but short fine leg, short square leg, short mid wicket in place. Big swing and a miss across the line. Stumping attempted, but looks like Desraj has not stepped out of his crease. Needs to be careful here. But Trivedi is bowling absolutely beautifully here.
Brajesh. They're having a conversation saying that he's just going to hike it towards mid-wicket. There's a deep mid-wicket in position too. And ideally what they should be doing is letting him, they should just let him take a single. Bring Durgesh on strike and get Durgesh's wicket, because Durgesh looks someone like who would probably just be troubled with the way he's bowling. Wanting to shuffle. A wide there.
Got away with that. There's nobody on the cover boundary. So Desraj definitely attempting to challenge that ball, but just too wide. This has been flicked away over fine leg, but the deep mid wicket giving chase. Oh, just a bit of a misfield, and that has touched the boundary rope. A valuable 4 runs for Rajasthan.
Well, yes, Desraj in all mood to go all explosive. But as I said, that what they need to do is they just need to give him a single. That was a poor delivery down the leg side. Give him a single. Give him that opening where he can take that single. Nothing more than the single, and bring Durgesh on strike. Went played to the point. The wicketkeeper saying that he won't get anything over there. Yahan kuch nahi milega. But you should actually let him take that single. Big shout there. Big shout. There's a double appeal there for a caught behind and then for stumping. Both the umpires not happy. Two more deliveries of this over. Smartly played. All right, one last delivery of this over. Tossed up. And he dabs it towards the short mid-wicket. Will not get a run, and that'll be the end of the over. But what is really interesting is this will bring Durgesh on strike now.
और सुनो 5 फील्डिंग ले लो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ऊपर ही रखना सब सब पास में रखो बस सिंगल बचाना है सिंगल चलाना कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ठीक है
Right then, 3 overs remaining in the Rajasthan innings. Let's take a look at the Mumbai Ideals bowling card here. Makhan Singh Rajput, 3 overs done for 29, very expensive. Maresha, 2 overs done for 22. Niaz Ahmed, just the sole over, none for 13. Mahantesh, absolutely sensational, 3 for 15 in his 4 overs. Then Mohammad Javed getting a fair as well, 2 for 15, has an over remaining, but it's the captain Brijesh Dwivedi. 4 overs, 4 for 18, absolutely spot on, and induced that mini collapse there for Rajasthan. Down the leg side once again, and that's a wide. And as we can see, as looking at the umpires, they are also differently abled here, Neil. At the main umpire, the square leg umpire, and even the third umpire. So that's a fantastic stuff here from them.
This time towards the fine leg. There's a chance there. Both of these batsmen, they're utilizing the runners. It does become a little confusing for the fielders to understand which way is the runner running in from. But despite that, all they need to do is they need to react quick. Javed, meanwhile, should be trying to give a single to Desraj, bring him off strike. Desraj, 22 of 15. Brilliant scoring. All right, now towards mid-wicket, there's a chase been given. They'll go for the first one really quick, and they'll pick the second comfortably.
Desraj, 24 of 16, has taken the score all the way to 117. One has to wonder why he wasn't promoted up the order here, Neil. He's batting beautifully.
I'm surprised myself. He's an aggressive bat. And should have been much up the order. But then what is good from Rajasthan's perspective is that despite the fact that he's come down the order, he has given some solid scoring that has come at this end. Now Durgesh, he's on strike. An opportunity for Mumbai Ideals to get through the defense. Oh, very smart there. Nudging it towards the fine leg on a poor delivery. And a single.
Absolutely, we could hear the wicketkeeper telling him to bowl straight, but Javed just erring in his line, sliding it down leg side, and Durgesh very slyly getting the strike rotated to have Desraj on strike. Down the leg side once again, a big wide, so the extras are really piling up here from Mumbai. from Makhan Singh Rajput and Javed just haven't been able to control their feet or the lines, bowling much too down the leg side. 120 is already up on the score now.
This time over the bowler's head. There is a chase going on, but good fielding there. Chance of a run out and done. That is it. Confusion there. They went for the single. They were going for the second. Didn't complete the run quick. And eventually it's a run out that causes a collapse and the end of the innings.
Just pushed their luck one too many times this time. Hard hit down the ground by Desraj. But a strong chase there by the mid-off fielder. And the throw was absolutely bang on, right over the stumps. And the attempt for two just didn't come through, and an easy run out as Mumbai Ideals have bowled out Rajasthan for 121.
Javed getting that wicket. A run out. A happy camp there, and they should be with the way Desraj has played and given them a respectable total on board. 120 for 9, leading on to 121 all out. A quick chat by the skipper. They had their moments. They had the grip on this game near the fag end of this innings. Rajasthan getting that last wicket partnership blooming. Alright, so this is how it looks like. Tosuf Ahmed and Ram Singh Chaudhary, they opened the innings really well. Tosuf scoring 18 and Ram Singh Chaudhary 38. Post that, a duck for Saeed Shah, Ekhlaq Ahmed 8, Shakti Singh 4, Ranjit Singh 1, Ajit Raj 2, Nasir Khan didn't open his account, Rajesh Kumar duck, Durgesh Sharma 2, and then Desraj. Look at that scoring, 24 of 17, ensuring that Rajasthan Rajwade reach 121 without loss, but massive contribution of the extras in 23.
Indeed, and let's take a look at the highlights of this innings. There plenty of shots played right up in the power play and then later on from Desraj. But a target of 122, I think Mumbai will feel that they are within the game. It depends on how the Rajasthan spinners operate. Here we go then. It was that man, Ram Singh, beautiful flick there through square leg for a boundary. And he was the principal aggressor. Solid extra cover drive, bit of a misfield there. And Tusuf as well played the shot of the innings in my opinion. Look at that hard shot through cover point. And Niaz went for a lot of runs. Was very poor in his lines and lengths. Flicked over square leg. But then Mahantesh, after that initial boundary through cover point, was all over Rajasthan here. Look at that. Clean bowled is Ekhlaq. Then Brijesh, the captain. Good catch there at cover point. And Mohammad Javed as well near the end. Look at that stunning catch at point. One-handed, sensational stuff. Desraj then batted beautifully. Extra cover drive through to the boundary. Brijesh, poor delivery there on the leg stump. Flicked over square leg. And a mighty effort there from the fielder, but just not enough. In the end, it's a challenging target in my opinion of 122. And that is the prize that they're fighting for. The DPL 2021 trophy. That's a real beauty.
Undoubtedly. A look at the bowling card there. Makhan Singh Rajput of Mumbai Ideals. 3 overs 29. Expensive in that last over that he bowled. Gave away 16 runs in that over. Sana Maresh Marisha, 2 overs 22. Niaz Ahmed, an over 13 runs. Mohammad Javed, 3.4 overs 23 for 2. But between these two, 7 wickets. Mahantesh, 4 overs 15 runs and 3 wickets. And 4 overs 18 runs and 4 wickets for Brajesh Trivedi. Brilliant bowling performance coming in between these two. And a total of 121 on board in 17.4 overs. So when when Mumbai in fact comes to bat, they'll require 122 to make in those 20 overs. We haven't seen them bat in this series. We'll have to wait and watch to see what they have. So what we'll do is take a quick short break and come back. And when we come back, it's going to be Mumbai Ideals coming in to chase down the total. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this fantastic game of the Divyang Premier League. It's a T20 series being played at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. This game between Mumbai Ideals and Rajasthan Rajwade. Rajasthan Rajwade earlier today won the toss, elected to bat first and ended up scoring 121 runs. A good flurry of runs coming right at the top, and then the tail started to wag. The umpires have come out as the Rajasthan Rajwade boys queue up to take the field. Mumbai Ideals will be coming in to chase the title of 122 down. Mumbai versus Rajasthan. An interesting battle there. And joining me in the comm box is Shoaib Ahmed. Shoaib, welcome, good evening.
Good evening, Neil, and thank you. Well, the first innings, Rajasthan Rajwade gave us an entertaining start in the first 6 overs, and then everything went slow right till the end when the 10th wicket partnership was almost 30 runs. Nobody would have thought that they would get to that 120 run mark, but that is what they have achieved. Now Mumbai Ideals, when they come out to bat, will need 122 runs to win, and they will be facing the mighty bowling of Rajasthan Rajwade. The fielders are out. They will think they have a strong chance here in this game. They've got the momentum in their favour in the last few overs. So the challenge will now be on Mumbai Ideals batsmen to come out there and get a run chase underway.
That's right. They will have to ensure that they keep scoring runs. All you need to do is hold on to your wickets and not go all hammer and tongs and in that process lose wickets. Okay, so the openers for Mumbai Ideals have come in, and one of the opener will have a runner for himself. Runners are allowed in the Divyang Premier League. They are specially abled, all of these players, playing absolutely competitive cricket. We've seen some phenomenal performances with the ball and with the bat. Some beautiful looking cover drives, some lofted drives, pulls. At the same time, we saw some fantastic stumping efforts coming in by the wicketkeeper of Mumbai Idol. Shoaib, what do you think? 122, doable?
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen Mumbai Ideals and their batting lineup, so it will be difficult, but the target is decent, I think. If they just manage to get some wickets early on, put some pressure, Rajasthan Rajwade, they will have a strong chance. But we'll have to wait and watch how Mumbai Ideals batsmen approach this target, especially in the first 6 overs, because that is going to be the key with the fielders inside the circle. They will have an opportunity to score runs, and if they get a good start, you never know.
Shakti Singh, left arm seamer. He'll start the proceedings from the pavilion end. Oh, that's a loud appeal for a wide ball. Desraj is the wicket keeper. We saw him giving all that fury at the fag end of the innings. Sharp movement inside.
Oh yes, that's a good delivery. Sharp movement, as you rightly said. The ball coming in to the right-handed batsman, Suraj, who's on strike. Also the keeper, I guess. Starting the innings for Mumbai Ideals. Shakti. Left arm around the wicket. Good shot, straight to the backward point fielder. The ball will not go all the way. Some football skills on display. Will certainly save a boundary there. But 2 runs added to the total.
That's right, Shakti there has been able to get the ball to do a bit. But this time, it was a beautifully planned shot. Slight misfield. A single. They're looking for the second. Very interesting there. Vibhu and Suraj, the openers there for Mumbai. They need to go at a little over 6 and over, which means they just need to take singles and rotate the strike. Vibhabhai Karana Rabari. Left-handed batsman Rabari. Inspecting the field, I'm sure that he's looking at the mid-wicket. Dot ball there.
Yes, Shakti is just managing to get some swing, and that ball is going across the left-handed Vibha. Rabari. Another additional fielder being brought to the offside. And if you can see, we will try to show you, there is a long leg fielder who's just standing behind the keeper. And that looks close. Tight single taken.
That's right. Some interesting gameplay. We've seen the ball doing a bit. We've seen the batsman wanting to run that extra single. Some good fielding display. Shakti now, look at that grip. He's holding the ball across seam. This time doesn't want the ball to swing that much. Probably bowl the slower one. Interesting ploys there, right at the top. Last ball of the over. Scramble same, and that'll be the end of the over. 1 over gone, it's 5 for none. What has really inspired the management at the Divyang Premier League to get the boys here to play the tournament is the fact that IPL 2020 was hosted right here on this very ground, the Sharjah International Cricket Stadium. And they wanted to replicate the same, get the boys from all around India to come in and play, represent their cities, pretty much like IPL. Going down the leg side. You get a single, and the umpire will call it a wide.
Yes, Nasir Khan starting off with an extra. But again, just to let you know, the fielder, there is a fielder right behind the keeper. Now he's just moving a little bit towards the third man, a very, very fine third man position. They've got a backward point, a gullish point, a point, extra cover, mid-off, mid-wicket. So the two fielders out on the boundary line. There is one on the long on position, and there is one which is in the third man position. So those are the two fielders outside, as you can see on the screen. There is a third man who's outside the circle, and then there is a long on who is also outside the circle. Good ball there from Nasir. He's bowling in the right length, just 3/4 off the pitch, the good length area. Very difficult to play off those deliveries.
An inside edge there. We'll get a single there nonetheless. Mumbai Ideals donning the blue jersey, pretty much like Mumbai Indians. But the orange for Rajasthan is more like the Hyderabad boys. Rajasthan, the IPL team, wears a shade of pink and blue. This time beautifully driven there, misfield, and we'll get a single. Are they looking for the second? They are going for it. And a dive too. Beautifully done there. Mighty impressed with that dive that he put in. Well done.
Oh yes, the intent was there to take those 2 runs. It was a difficult call because it was a misfield. It was not that the fielder was outside on the boundary line. They did not have much time. Look at that, there was a misfield. They went for the first run, and then he came back, and that throw was really good. Had he collected that, it would have been curtains for the batsman. This time straight to the fielder. Will be a dot ball, so steady innings here from Mumbai Ideals. And as you were discussing about the colour, Rajasthan Rajwade are wearing the colours of Hyderabad. They have a game today against RCB.
And that'll be the over there. Dot ball. Will come back with a little conversation on that game as well. 2 overs gone, 10 for none. Divyang Premier League T20 2021. It's an SF360 digital production, connecting sports digitally. That's the hashtag. Also hashtag Divyang T20. If you want to get into a conversation with us, send in your tweets. Shakti Singh straight over the bowler's head. We'll get a single. Good fielding effort there. Shakti Singh tall, sturdy.
Shakti Singh bowling his second over. He's given away 6 runs in 1.1 overs, 7 deliveries. Good delivery outside off, and there you can see some movement. And that is some good effort there from the keeper, who was also involved in that partnership, the 10th wicket partnership. .2 overs, 12 runs without a wicket. Steady start, but they need some boundaries here, Mumbai Ideal, especially in the first 6 overs. They need to get some runs on board so that the chase becomes easier for them once the restrictions are over. This time driven straight to mid-off. They've taken a single there. Looking for two, yes, no. And finally they settle for one.
Well, Vibhu at that end was in fact caught ball watching. He was on the non-striker's end, keeping an eye on the ball, not listening to his partner's call. Suraj was shouting and wanting to go. But Vibhu might have just put himself in danger, but not to be so. Shakti. This time driven straight to the fielder. What Shakti is doing is he's bowling to his field. If you see, every shot that these batsmen have hit, all gone to the fielders. Absolutely well planned. Great line, great length. And mixing it up right now, he's bowling with the cross seam. Dot ball. We're talking about the Hyderabad and RCB game happening later today. Hyderabad would be looking for the first couple of points, while RCB would be going in with a strong mindset after beating the defending champions Mumbai Indians. Meanwhile, it's the end of the over, 3 gone, 13 for none.
So Divyang Premier League Mumbai Ideals, they've got off to a decent start. I would not say the best. 13 runs in 3 overs. 9 deliveries. Both the batsmen have played, and Vibhu has scored 3, while Suraj has scored 6 of 9 deliveries each. Now, 3 more overs to go in the power play. They need some big hitting, and they need it as soon as possible, Mumbai Ideals, because otherwise, catch it is the call. Just falling short of the mid-off fielder. So they need to get some big hits going as soon as possible, Neil.
Oh, true that. Meanwhile, Deshraj, their wicket keeper, very animated. As soon as this was hit, he shouted, catch. And when the fielder didn't really approach it in that perspective, he came near the stumps and said, catch tha yaar. Nasir coming into bowl to Vibhu. A single. Rajasthan wouldn't mind these singles.
Yes, in fact, they'll be happy with just singles going in, especially in the power play overs. What I like about Vibhu is that he's timing the ball really well from the meat of the bat. The sound of the bat is really very pleasing to the ears. This time, catch it is the call. This will race away. The first boundary comes, and it comes in the 4th over. Suraj hits that wide of the long on fielder, and tournament four's number 10 score has reached to 15.
But yes, they'll need a couple of more of these shots. Suraj hitting it nice and clean this time. Got inside the line of the ball beautifully. Played it in the cow corner. Long on, couldn't do much. This time towards backward point. They're running for that single. And they do it well to finish it. It's a 6-3 field. And he's bowling those good lines, Nasir. Not giving that gap to pierce through the offside. So you have to basically go against the line and play it. White ball called there. Just appreciating his lines. Erred there, Nasir.
Yes, we've seen that endless times, Neil. Whenever we talk something good about the bowler, he'll just prove you wrong. That is another good delivery. The ball moving away, but definitely not hitting the stumps. It was going down the leg side. Leg bye signalled by the umpire. .21 for no loss. 3.4 overs. A target of 122. 100 more runs needed now. This time just the inside edge of the bat, trickling away the ball towards the square leg. End of over number 4 and the score is 23 for no loss.
There's a giant board there reading a thank you message for the frontline heroes. Mind you that we are still a part of a global pandemic. Extremely important for us to follow the norms, maintain social distancing, wear your masks, wash your hands, sanitize them as often as you can. Extremely important that we follow those protocols to keep ourselves and everyone around us safe. Ikhlaq Ahmed meanwhile has come in. For the 5th over. Wide outside the off stump, the umpire will call it a wide.
Yes, Ikhlaq Ahmed warmed up pretty nicely, bowled a few deliveries to his colleague. Wide. And follows up with another wide. So that angle not working for Ikhlaq Ahmed, gifting away some runs here to Mumbai Ideals. This time much better delivery, targeting the stumps. Will not be able to stop a single, so one more run added to the total. He's given away 3 runs on his very first delivery. An interesting change again. Now he's coming over the wicket to the left-handed batsman.
We are at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Right below the Sharjah word is where we sit, the commentary box. That's where it is. Down the leg side, wide, and they will scamper for a bye.
Yes, extremely talented players are being covered by extremely talented commentators.
Well, self-appreciation there coming in from Shoaib.
No, I was just talking about you, not me.
Oh, come
we
on.
have a gem with us here in the com box, Neeloja.
This is how you fish for compliments. This time beautifully struck. Mid-wicket and a boundary. Suraj this time opening. And what a good looking shot there.
Oh yes, he middled it to perfection, using his front foot, bringing it out and then swinging the ball towards that vacant mid-wicket area. So 4 runs added to the total. Ikhlaq is expensive now. 3 balls, 9 runs. Another delivery way outside off will be called a wide. So not helping his team, Ikhlaq Ahmed. putting pressure. They had kept the lid on the runs in the first 4 overs, but just as the 5th over starts, the runs have started to leak.
Slow one there. Good change of pace. Dot ball coming through. 4 balls, 10 runs. As many as 4 wide deliveries. These extras never help. Dragging it out from outside the off stump there towards the cow corner. We'll get a single there. Tausif will do the fielding act.
Ikhlaq, 5 deliveries, 11 runs. Vibhu on strike. He's on 4 of 11. So Vibhu has got his time out in the middle. He needs to capitalize that and play some good shots. In the meanwhile, Ikhlaq Ahmed has got a wicket. He's taken the wicket of Vibhu. After a very expensive over, he's come back strong and has clean bowled Vibhu for 4 runs.
What a beautiful delivery to get rid of Vibhu. 5 overs gone, it's 34 for 1. Angled in sharp and bang. Smart piece of bowling. And with that, Vibhu will have to take the long walk back, and there'll be a change in the voices and commentary box. It's going to be KR Nair with Ahmed Khawaja.
Right then, thank you, Neil. 34 for 1 are the Mumbai Ideals after 5 overs, chasing a target of 122 and just lost the wicket of Vibhu to Ikhlaq Ahmed. Beautiful delivery around the wicket and taking the off stump. Good afternoon, Mr. KR. How is the game going so far for you?
Good afternoon, Ahmed. The stage is getting set for an interesting fight. They will have to push very hard, especially Mumbai. They have a total which they have to reach without losing much wickets. 34 for no loss in 4.5 overs. In 5 overs, that is the position. Let's see how the innings builds up.
Absolutely, it was a good solid start from Mumbai, and then just the loss of that wicket there. New batsman in then. It is going to be... Is he facing? I believe, yes. No, he's not facing. But a target of 122, about 90 or 80 odd required in 15 overs. Ideally, they should be able to chase it, but we saw in the first innings that flurry of wickets from the 10th to the 15th overs. Almost 6 or 7 wickets went down there. So when the ball has gotten old and there's been spin on offer, we've seen that the wickets have tumbled.
Sharjah has at times helped spinners, but this looks a good batting track. Ajit Raj is a right arm medium pacer. He gets ready.
Taking a look at the field, there's a third man out, and else basically that is the only fielder outside the circle as Ajit comes into bowl. This is punched straight to extra cover for a dot delivery. Good fielding there. So we have seen so far, Mr. KR, in this DPL so far, the field placements have been very, very interesting. We've seen some leg slips, some fly slips, some short third mans, all kinds of varieties. Oh, sensational shot there, an excellent fielding and extra cover, saved a certain boundary.
And the beauty of it is that the fielders throw everything behind the ball, stop it at some way. Even if they cannot reach the ball, they will try and dive and stop it.
Now the mid-off fielder has been pushed back to long on. Interesting. They're seeing that Suraj is in an aggressive mood. Driven hard straight to him, but just short of the long on fielder. And they will get to. But that was excellent strategy there from Rajasthan. Tempted him into that shot, but just didn't carry to the fielder.
He went and committed himself to the shot, but fortunately did not carry.
Oh, chance for caught on ball. Oh, but he slipped there at mid-off, and it's going to go all the way for 4. A costly misfield there. Unlucky there is the bowler. 40 for 1 after 5.4. And Suraj is looking to get things done in a hurry here, Mr. KR.
It was a double miss. You see the first miss now, the catch. And now here comes the second miss. And there it goes to the boundary.
A double misfield there to get some 4 fortunate runs there for Suraj. But he looks to be an aggressive player and he looks to be getting on with the game. 40 for 1 in the 6th over. So it's been a pretty decent power play from Mumbai Ideals.
Yes, they have fully utilized it. And 82 needed of 86 balls, a challenge. In fact, though they have disability, it is disability is a matter of perception. That is what they are showing there. In fact, disability, the first 3 words, if it is removed, the alphabets, it is ability.
Absolutely, and we've seen not just the players but even the umpires and the scorer themselves are differently abled individuals. So their commitment and passion for the game really deserves to be lauded. Beautiful back cut there through cover point, and that may go all the way, just trickling. No, it's going to pull up. And look at that. Unbelievable fielding effort there from third man, coming all the way across to deep point. The commitment and the attitude has been top class from Rajasthan.
Remember, it was Roosevelt, the former American president, who once said that, believe you can and you are halfway there. And we saw the belief that he can stop the ball. He ran there and did stop the ball from reaching the boundary.
Now the Mumbai captain Brijesh Divyang on strike. 43 for 1, last delivery of the power play coming up. So they've had a solid start and the ideal platform to chase a middling score, not too high, not too low, just a par score I would say at Sharjah.
Sharjah is known for producing thrillers, and especially when targets are not so big and it's not so small, then most of the matches have ended in nail-biting finishes.
Right then, Brijesh on strike. Lovely punch, but straight to extra cover. Excellent fielding there. 6 overs gone. Mumbai Ideals 43 for 1.
These cricketers might be telling that know me for my abilities, not my disability. And here it is Sakti Singh, who has bowled 2 overs, given away 7 runs and had to take a wicket. The only successful bowler was Ikhlaq Ahmed, who took 1 wicket for 11 runs from his first over. And Nasir Khan has given away 14 runs from 2 overs, while Ajit Raj has given away 9 runs from his 1 over.
The 11 extras in just 6 overs will be a concern for Rajasthan, but if they can clamp down on that and get the wicket of Suraj here, I feel they will feel that they are right in the game.
He looks fantastic with his Panama cap, confident looking.
Reminds me of West Indies captain Richie Richardson. He used to bat in those Panama caps as well. Brilliant batsman he was back in the day.
Yes, his Panama cap was well known. Ranjit Singh now into the attack. is a right arm spinner. Is he planning to bowl with the cap, or he's not sure?
I think because of the COVID restrictions, you cannot hand your paraphernalia to the umpires. You must give it to your teammates, and that's exactly what Ranjit has done. Let's take a look at the field for him. A very straight third man and a long on in place, deep mid wicket in place as well, and also a floating deep point. Interesting field once again. Good delivery there, right on the spot, getting some movement, but Suraj looking very solid. He looks in top form right now.
Look at Ranjit. He has a limp, but the way he approaches is a treat to watch, and bowled right on target his first delivery.
Driven down to long on for a single, might push for two, but it's up to the non-striker, but he says no. So Ranjit here, steady stuff, building some pressure. Suraj has moved on to 29 of 25, and the run rate has just fallen below 6. So no need to do anything special here from Mumbai to get the victory. Just keep yourself composed and bat the overs.
T10, T20 always tests your ability to handle the pressure and keep going, and that is what they should be doing at this historic venue.
Absolutely, what an occasion for them to be playing at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Punched off the back foot, and that will be a single as the captain gets off the mark. Good communication there between the runners.
What I liked about this tournament is that it puts to test their skills, and they are all pushing to show their skills. That is what is the beauty of this event.
Good delivery right on off stump, and Suraj very solid right behind it. Not offering any opportunities to the Rajasthan bowlers.
Suraj is batting like a seasoned cricketer. Perfectly behind the line of the ball, looking so confident. Excellent stance. Just a single down to long on once again. So Suraj doing the right thing, just rotating the strike. He knows they only need 77 of 80 deliveries or so. 76 in fact. So just hanging in there. But credit to Ranjit. He's bowled really well in this over. Slow and steady can win the race. And that is what they might be looking towards.
This has been punched down to long off once again for a single. After 7 overs, Mumbai are 47 for 1.
It's always said that the only disability in life is a bad attitude. And they all have the attitude to win, and that is what they are trying.
Absolutely. This Divyang Premier League T20 2021 has been done by SF360. It's an SF360 digital production. And of course, you can be part of the social media conversation by hashtag DivyangT20. Give us your views, give us your opinions. And of course, you have to answer our quiz question. We might have something in surprise in store for you. Right, then we have a very special guest on commentary with us right now. It is Mr. Mazhar Khan of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and he'll be joined by Mr. K.R. Nair.
Welcome, Mazhar Khan. the general manager of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and a person well known in UAE cricket circles, who has
Thank you.
contributed a lot to the promotion of the game here. Masha, a question. How do you see this cricket, which is all different from all the cricket you have seen in this ground?
It's so heartening here to see this. It's amazing, I think. The way these lads have been performing is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's so touching to see them play cricket in the right way, with the right rules and regulations. And I think it's an eye-opener for all of us in Sharjah and across the world.
In fact, this tournament must be giving a message to the world that the disabilities cannot stop the enthusiasm of cricket, isn't it, Masha?
I totally agree with you, Kiar. I think this should help these lads even go further up with the support wherever they need. I think the Indian board and the authorities back home in every part of the world where such cricket is played, they should be supported all the way.
The Mumbai has reached the 50-run mark in 7.4 overs. Mashar, you have seen, you have organized blind cricket, you have organized wheelchair cricket, and many kind of cricket. Sharjah has been the stage. How do you see these kind of cricket?
It's the support comes from the heart, and my owners and my management of Sharjah Cricket Stadium, they have been very upfront to support such cricket. And as Sharjah has always been supported cricket through the benefit matches and so on. And this is also another way of just thanking these cricketers and welcoming here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
But one more question is that we have seen players with one arm, over a limping leg, so what is the message that, people who have all the abilities should learn from this?
Definitely. I think this is, a big lesson these people, these guys are conveying to the well-to-do people who are fit enough that, anything can be achieved if you work hard on. Yeah. And that is the message I think it should be conveyed in international cricket as well.
From the stadium point of view, it must be a special feeling because this is a Guinness Book of World Record venue. And this kind of cricket being able to stage must be very special, isn't it?
Definitely. This is for a humane cause. And this is what it is. We should be up there to support such events. And Sharjah management has decided that, they will definitely be coming forth anytime such events come forward to be held here at Sharjah Stadium.
In fact, they have plans for bigger cricket, bringing international cricketers and all those things. And this would be an ideal venue, isn't it?
Definitely. I think you can see the happiness in their faces when they first came in here to be at the stadium. And this present series, whatever is going on here, will give a big leap for them to take forward and bring in international cricket as well here.
Yeah, in fact, Harun Rashid, who was the secretary, had said that they have plans to have an India-Pakistan here. So could be a neutral venue here, isn't it?
That's
neutral.
right. As you know, Sharjah is known for such things, and I won't be surprised. In fact, we hosted the blind final between India and Pakistan a couple of years back, if you remember. So, we are there, and the quality of cricket here, this is another thing which we should discuss, is amazing. The way the bowlers run up, the way they are bowling on line and length, and with all their setbacks, they are an example for everyone to see.
And this delivery is down the leg side, and Brajesh is settling down while Suraj is going stronger at 35 in 32 balls. Mashira, another very interesting question is that, there is many youngsters who grew up with disabilities and they think they cannot play the cricket. Isn't it cricket giving a platform for all kinds of people?
Definitely. A beautiful shot, square cut set, goes back, and a lovely square cut which fetches 4 runs. Well, KR, definitely this games will definitely help those people who still feel that if they are disabled, they cannot perform. This is a way forward for those people to look at them and then move on with their lives.
There should be also a message that cricket academy should also take all kinds of cricketers, because now there is disabled cricket which is played at a higher level, isn't it?
Well, in fact, we have in our cricket academy a disabled boy, and we are always there to support them. We have given them a free entry as a scholarship, and he comes regularly, and he's a decent enough bowler. So this is what it is. Wherever such boys are there, I think it should be our duty to come forward and support such cricketers.
At the end of the 9th over, it is 61 for 1, and Suraj moves to 39 in 34 deliveries, and Brajesh giving support with 6 runs, and Ranjit in his last over gave away 11 runs. So Mashur, thank you for a great parade, and also as someone who has seen cricket from the 80s in this, a message to these people. What is your message?
Well, I think keep working hard and keep on showing your talent, and I'm sure you will all be blessed with maybe franchise cricket back home in India, where that can be also taken up at a higher level, and may their earnings improve.
And one word was Mr. Bukhadir's, Abdul Rahman Bukhadir's reaction to this kind of a cricket being played here?
Well, he's on for anything like this. He's been supporting cricket right from the 70s. And when I told him that, this is going to happen, he says, go ahead. That was the only answer. So, I mean, he's so enthusiastic about cricket that for him, anything is yes, of course. That's what Sharjah is all about.
He's someone who opened the doors for Afghanistan cricket, and where has it reached? And same can happen to all forms of wherever he has opened the door, isn't it?
I totally agree with you. Afghanistan were way behind UAE at one time, and see where they are. And we gave them our stadium as their home venue in 2010. And from 2010 onwards, the way they have developed is amazing.
And they take 2 runs, and the score moves to 62 for 1 in 9.1 over. 60 runs needed of 58 runs needed of 64 balls. And also we feel that in this kind of a tournament and the kind of support that is needed, who should support?
I think all the corporate houses, I think, should come forward and support such events. And this is for a cause, and I'm sure there's a loud appeal. I think it was down the leg side, and umpire is quite right in saying no, and no damage done.
This kind of their cricket board, especially it is based in India, and the kind of effort they're doing. How do you feel that?
Well, I think it's a great service they are doing. The Divyang Cricket Control Board of Divyang in India. And I'm sure with this matches on, they will get more support back home. And hats off to these organizers who are supporting such people. And they should be praised. I mean, they should be given a lot of applaud for that.
And we have 56 runs needed of 62 balls. And Suraj going strong on 43. And this was outside the off stump, beat the batsman. He wanted to slash it, but missed it. So Divyang Premier League T20 2021. It's a SF360 digital production, and with the hashtag connecting sports digitally. And one word about the television coverage that would help them in a big way.
Well, I think I would like to thank the producers who came forward to help these organizations by putting up this lovely live coverage. They have done an exceedingly good job, and I'm sure a lot of people in India, all over the world, must be following them. And the quality produced, I think it is as good as anywhere you can see.
At the halfway mark, it is 67 for 1. And thank you, Masha, for the excellent messages that you have passed on. And there is a change in the commentary. We have Neil Oja and Shoaib Ahmed taking over.
Thank you,
Thank you.
KR. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, the Sheikh Zayed Road of Dubai. The most. All right, so there's a super question coming in. A rare species of the Asian jumping spider was given the name of Maringo Dash by an avid fan. And the name is Virat Kohli, Kapil Dev, Sachin Tendulkar or MS Dhoni. You've got 4 options there. It's a spider named on one of these cricketers, these legendary cricketers. A rare species of the Asian jumping spider was given the name Maringo Dash by an avid fan. Down the leg side, wide here. Gifting runs. That's not going to help. Joining me in the com box is Shoaib.
Thank you, Neil. Well, an interesting question there for all our viewers. You can answer to that question if you know the answer to. You can tweet it, in fact, to Divyang D20. Hashtag Divyang D20. And you might get lucky.
चल चल चलो
Good fielding there by the bowler himself. The skipper on your screens, skipper of Mumbai Ideals, Rajesh, 7 of 9, but giving able company to Suraj, who's on 45 of 40.
That's up in the air. And he's dropped it.
Ouch. Ouch. Now that was a catch that they had to take. Would have broken the momentum of Mumbai Ideals, but not to be so. Skipper Dwivedi, lucky to be there. He slashed it hard, got the top edge. The bowler came underneath. And probably he was the only one who could have taken this catch. Had enough time. Creating chances there, Tausif.
चल 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 चल
A single. That'll bring Suraj on strike. Suraj on 45, just 5 shy of his half century.
Yes, in fact, it will be Brajesh who will be on strike now. He's on 46 of 41, Suraj. 71 for 1 in 10.3 overs. They are cruising comfortably at the moment, Mumbai Ideals. They had a slow start, but right now they're pretty comfortable. That's another top edge, another catch. But will not be taken. It's away from the fielders. It's landed just inside the circle in the long on, mid-on area. So just playing with edges at the moment, Brajesh.
Well, honestly, doesn't matter if it's an edge or going through the middle of the bat, as long as runs are getting added to the total. Not attempting the shot. The umpire not calling it. Didn't offer a shot.
Brajesh on 10 of 12, 73 for 1 now. Target of 122, that's what they're chasing. They need 49 runs in 55 deliveries. That's less than 6 and over, less than run a ball. Just need to keep doing what they have been doing until now. Oh, that's a good shot along the ground. Will just be a single.
The great fielding and a good throw there. Came around all the way from mid-wicket, ran into the cow corner, picked up the ball and threw. 11 overs gone, it's 74 for 1.
So that is the batting scorecard for Mumbai Ideals. Divyang Premier League, the first man out. The only wicket that has fallen is Vibhabhai Rabari. He was bowled by Ikhlaq Ahmed. That was a good ball. He scored 4 of 12 deliveries. Suraj is out there in the middle. He's scored 46 of 41. And then ably supported by Brajesh Dwivedi, the skipper for Mumbai Ideals. He's on 11 of 13. New bowler is Ranjit Singh on your screens right now. He will be bowling to Brajesh.
The bowlers need to have an eye on the umpire's arm. The umpire's arm was risen, and when you see that, you don't run in. 74 for 1 after 11.
Oh, that looks plumb, that looks plumb, that should be out, and it has been given. Wicket falls of very first delivery. Ranjit Singh has taken a wicket, and that is of the skipper. He was caught right in front of the stumps and has been adjudged LPW.
Well, what a breakthrough, and coming in at what time? Look at this, straight in front of the wicket. The umpire had no doubts in giving it out. There's a smile on the face of the umpire, the smiling assassin. You have to take the long walk back. The skipper, 11 of 14. But what is really impressive is that he gave able company to Suraj, rotating strike, ensuring that Suraj went about doing his business. Now Suraj will have to rebuild the partnership to ensure that they achieve the target what is put in front of them. 48 runs more required to win, and pretty much in their control.
Oh yes, control is definitely in the hands of Mumbai Ideals, but they need to keep going. There's a new man on screen. Javed, I think, is the batsman. Javed. A lot of planning going on between the players. They need to make sure they don't lose any more wickets, especially run-outs is what they would not want at the moment.
That's right, they don't want to lose wickets, and especially because there are runners for both the batsmen, which could mean some amount of confusion. Suraj, meanwhile, just sitting there, catching a little breather. The umpire has signaled them to get on with their business. So everyone now will go back to their fielding positions.
Well, the field is being set and the players are getting ready to get into action. 11.1, 74 for 2. Just lost a wicket, Mumbai Ideals. That was the skipper, Prajesh Dwivedi, who was out. Caught right in front of the stumps. Ranjit Singh got the first wicket on the very first ball of his over. Will be looking for more wickets.
Mohammad Javed. Plays straight back to the bowler. Important to get the feel of the ball and can afford to play a couple of dot balls at the beginning, because the equation pretty much in favor of Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Ideals, beg your pardon. Flicked it towards the square leg region, will get a single. Are they going for the second? Yes, they are. That is smart cricket. Played it in that vacant backward square leg region and went scampering for 2. Javed looks like a solid batsman.
Yes, this time just played on the front foot there. Good looking shot, showing full face of the bat. Javed is on 2 of 3. Now he needs to support Suraj, who's on the other end. Full toss played over the circle in the mid wicket. Will just be a single.
He probably wanted to play it a little more finer. Ended up playing it straight towards the mid wicket region. Anything in that square leg region probably would have got him more than a single. Not to be so. 45 required of 49. Suraj on 46. As much as the strike that you can give to Suraj, that'll help. The skipper there looks a little worried. This is an edge and we'll get a single.
Yes, a good field placement there. They had the third man in place for these edges and they've kept him fine just so that they can stop these boundaries coming off the edges. With that single, it's end of over number 12 and the score is 78 for 2.
Looks like he's not feeling too well. Probably the heat and that over has got onto him. He just threw up a while back. We saw him doing that. Stayed in that position and now has gone lying down on his back. Probably is the temperature. Probably just needs to sip some water and go and get in the shade. Get some ice on his neck. That'll help him. That should help him. Shakti Singh meanwhile coming in to help his teammate. Alright, so the question that we asked you a while back, it's time to ask you the same. A rare species of the Asian jumping spider was given the name Marengo Dash by an avid fan. Now that dash is filled by a legendary cricketer's name, Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Kapil Dev or Sachin Tendulkar.
That's not a hint. All 4 are legends of the game.
Okay, a right-handed batsman
All four are right-handed batsmen. Come on, give a hint.
Bowls right arm,
Yes, right.
has led the Indian cricket team.
Correct.
Oh, come on now, I've given you so many hints already.
Come on, viewers. Tweet and let Neil know that you know the answer.
I could give you another hint.
All. He's an Indian.
No, come on. I mean, obviously that's there. That hint will probably eliminate one player out.
Okay.
He wore a jersey which had a number. So that eliminates one player out.
Yes. Meanwhile, it was on the pads of Suraj. Played it towards the square leg. He's happy to take singles, and I think that is the right thing to do. Just take singles, hold one end up, take it deep, and then try to finish the chase when you can.
Well, yes, it's a pretty spread out field, barring the extra cover. That's only for Javed though. There is enough gap in this field to take your singles. Maybe you play it in the cow corner, get a couple of runs. Playing it straight towards long on will get a single. Okay, another hint that will eliminate another name. The jersey number is a 2-digit number.
Well, it's definitely not 53, the jersey Malik is wearing. But yeah, I get the hint. So I know now for a fact, and let me help our viewers as well, that it's not Kapil Dev and it is not MSD.
There you go. Well done. Well guessed. Well guessed. Surely not Kapil Dev, not in the era of jersey numbers. And not MS Dhoni, who has a single-digit jersey number, number 7. Now, I mean, we've given you 50% discount on the answers. Now it's very simple. Send in your tweets using a hashtag Divyang T20. The question that we asked you was very simple. Gave you plenty of hints. We'll come to the question in a bit. All right. He'll have to walk back all the way to his run-up. So question there was that a rare species of an Asian jumping spider was given the name Marengo Dash.
It's not Kapil Dev, it's not MS Dhoni.
Very simple now. Absolutely simple. Go ahead, send in your messages. Tweet in. Use your Twitter. It's free. But remember to use the hashtag Divyang T20. Divyang T20 with your replies. We'd love to interact with you on this. Let's see if we can actually get to this. This time there's a slight misfield there at extra cover. We'll get a couple of runs. Okay, message has come in by Ghazal Khan. While we come to that, there's a half century there. Suraj reaches his half century. Well done, Suraj. Congratulations coming in from all corners. He is happy, but then he also knows that it's just the job that's half done. 50 or 47. 40 more runs required in 7 overs. So Suraj reaching his half century in 47 deliveries, 82 for 2 in 13 overs. So 40 more runs required in 7 overs, that's 42 deliveries, 40 of 42. We've been asking you this question, asking you to interact with us. It is the Divyang Premier League. Use the hashtag Divyang T20, DIVYANG T20. You got a few right messages coming in. This time towards the cow corner. Single, they're going for the throw. And they do it. There's always a concept, Shoaib, of taking that one run for the throw. You need to understand which fielder you're picking for that.
Yeah, especially when there's a fumble. So as soon as you see that there is a fumble there by the fielder, you definitely know that there is a chance for a second run.
At the same time, quite a few coaches say, never run on a misfield. But then, hey, this is modern day cricket. Every misfield is an opportunity for anyone and everyone to go for that extra run.
This time way outside off, but will be a legal delivery. That's good news because Ranjit Singh is back on his feet and he's bowling his second over. Suraj Kumar Mankele, he scored 50. What a good, effective, handy knock coming in from Suraj, and his job is not done yet. He still needs to do something, and there is a wicket. We were talking about his job not being done. He played a good innings, but here we see Ranjit Singh coming in, steaming in, bowling a deadly Yorker and getting Suraj out. So another wicket falls, 2 wickets for Ranjit Singh.
What a delivery to get rid of this man, was absolutely set. Peach of a delivery. And now Mumbai will be in a spot of bother. It is the man in form, the man who just scored his half century, Suraj, who's walking back. I mean, it's such a dilemma that when you get out on a score like this, you've reached your personal milestone, but at the same time, you haven't been able to do it for your team. You haven't got your team through the line. So there are smiles, but his heart would be paining.
Yes, you can see the appreciation from the team members, colleagues, for the effort that he's put. Suraj, he's not done the job for the team, he's not made sure, but he's given them a platform to go out there and complete the game in their favor. New man in will have a responsibility to play in this run chase. Now there are 2 new men out there in the middle, and that is a chance here for team Rajasthan Rajwade to go out there and put some pressure and maybe change the momentum of the game in their favor.
The bowler himself will go and field this one. That one big wicket, you can see how it changes the attitude, the mindset, the body language of every single fielder there. That's exactly something similar to what happened in the Rajasthan innings. The moment they lost their openers, the rest just fell like a pack of cards. Now over here, Mumbai has lost the man who mattered. Playing it towards the third man, will get a single.
Well, that was really well played from the batsman. Waited for the ball and then just cut it at the right moment. Played it fine towards the third man. Will get a single. End of over number 14. And the score is 86 for 3.
All right, so Shakti Singh is been back to attack. Now, Shakti is one of those guys that you can always rely on to bring in a wicket or two. And if he gets in a wicket here, I tell you, Rajasthan will be back in the game.
Oh yes, absolutely. We have a game on our hands here because there are two new men out there. That's again very well played, considering you're just playing with one arm. He is middling the ball and playing it in the gaps. That is really special.
Well, yes, sir. It's said that, you know, the bottom arm in cricket is used for power, while the top hand is used to maneuver the ball for placement, for timing, for direction. Basically guiding where you want to play it. The batsman here. This time the ball doesn't have enough gas to cross the boundary, but the batsman will run over for 3. So the batsman here playing with one arm. That one arm is technically the bottom hand, which when you hit like a tennis forearm shot, gives you enough power, but if you don't use your wrists, you won't be able to do any kind of maneuvering. Suraj there, he's changed and chilling. The half-centurion.
Again, a good shot there. He's played that so well, playing it behind square. And you, as you rightly said, Neil, when you have two hands, you have one hand for the power, the other for direction and to maneuver the ball. But here what you can see is that he's using that same hand for both purposes. He's using it to generate power and then using it at the same time to place it into gaps. Now that really is something very special.
Middling the ball very beautifully there. We'll get a single. Also, the bats have to be extremely light. The bats have to be so light that can be literally used as a toothpick with that one hand. If the bat is heavy, you don't have the power of the two hands.
Oh yes, ideally the bat should be a little lighter than the normal bats that are used by players, but by the looks of it, if you look at the bats, I think they are just the normal size. I mean, we'll have to go down and see and check for ourselves, but looking at those bats, I think those are just normal regulation bats.
No, I think Ravi's bat is slightly lighter than the regular bats that we see. Ravi's bat doesn't have the meat that is normally seen in the center of the bat. But 15 overs gone here, 95 for 3.
Right, so let's check that very handy innings, a very good innings from Suraj, who scored a brilliant 50 of 49 deliveries, shots all around the ground. some really good flicks, and then some shots straight down the ground as well. A handy knock. He would have wanted to stay there till the end, but that shot was really crisp. And then that brought his dismissal. He was out after scoring 50 of 49 deliveries. Good, very good, important innings from Suraj Kumar. So there's a change in the com box after over number 15. It is going to be Mr. K.R. Nair and Ahmed Khwaja.
Right then, 96 for 3 in the 16th over. Oh, big appeal. Oh, the umpire has turned down Akhlaq. That was very, very close, Mr. Nair.
Yes, that was very close. He tried to turn it to the leg from the off and middle, but the umpire seems to have felt that it is going down. Yes, it seems it is going outside the off stump. That's what the umpire felt, and he said not out.
Indeed, Javed now 11 off 9, Ravi 7 off 8, 97 for 3. It's just about another 25 runs required in about just under 5 overs. So the game very much in control of the Mumbai Ideals. This has been hit down the ground to long on for a single. Pushing for 2 perhaps? No, just a single. So ideally, Mumbai Ideals will feel that they have the game under control, Mr. KR.
Yeah, they have to maintain the cool aspect, but it all depends on whether Rajasthan's dead over bowlers, death rate over bowlers are excellent. Let's see how it is.
Beats the outside edge of Ravi. Excellent bowling here from Akhlaq. But he's really a very talented player, manipulating the ball behind point expertly and times the ball really well as well. Really been impressed with Ravi. This has been hit down the ground to long on for another single. So not wasting any dot deliveries, getting the scoreboard ticking.
It is at these kind of stages where it is near but at so little far. These are the kind of players when they have to put their effort and control their emotions. 23 of 25 balls.
That is the 100 up for Mumbai then at the end of the 16th over. 100 for 3. Right then, let's take a look at the bowling card for Rajasthan. Shakti Singh, 3 overs done for 16. Nasir Khan, 2 overs done for 14. Akhlaq has been the pick of the bowlers, 1 for 28 in his 4 overs. Ajit Raj, the single over for 9 runs. Ranjit also bowled really well. 2 wickets, 4 for 19 in his allotted overs. Tusuf Ahmed, 2 overs done for 11. So I think he'll definitely be one guy they'll be looking to bowl at the end, and it does seem to Tusuf Ahmed has come into the attack. Right arm over the wicket. He has some pace and has a slingy action, pitches the ball up, looks to attack the stumps, and let's see if he can produce something here for Rajasthan right now.
The fact that they have only lost 3 wickets, the beautiful pictures of Sharjah coming in.
Handsome drive there by Javed through extra cover. Upish just beat the fielder. Scampering through for 2. And yes, they'll make it. Excellent running here from Ravi. Fantastic stuff. Look at the Mumbai Ideals dugout there, Mr. KR. Looking very animated.
Yes,
preparing for a famous victory at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
yeah, that will be special, and they should be getting up, and as the match closes in, they should cheer, isn't it?
20 required of 23. Big hit, Javed slashed over point. And that is going all the way for 4. A priceless boundary here from Mumbai Ideals.
What we call as a welcome boundary, especially at this stage of the match.
Tusuf striving for pace, but too short, too wide, and a thickish outside edge. Beats the short third man and goes all the way for 4. That may well be the killer blow here for Mumbai Ideals to take this victory.
That eases the pressure, always these kind of boundaries, and sometimes you have seen that when the target closes in, 1-6 can change the thinking of the batting team.
Big hit down the ground, but just short of long on, and Mohammad Javed seems to be in a hurry. He wants to end this game quickly here, Mr. KR.
He puts in a lot of power behind his shots. That's a kind of what do you call, gives confidence to the other batsmen too. Ravi is on 8, is facing
Good pacey delivery there from Tusuf. Hits Ravi on the pads, but no alarms just yet. 15 required of 20. Shouldn't be any alarm bells ringing just yet, but you never know. The game can change very quickly.
this is a stage when actually mighty hits are not needed because you have brought it under control. A runner ball is the situation, in fact less than runner ball.
Oh, down the leg side, extras, and a single has been pinched as well. This Raj very disappointed there with his keeping effort, but that's yet another 2 added to Mumbai ideal score. And there's the man of the hour, Suraj. Fantastic 50 he made today earlier in the day.
Victory comes to those who wait and watch, and what we are seeing is that, isn't it?
Basic delivery beats the outside edge. Javed swinging hard, but not connecting there. But he looks to be another aggressive player, just in the mold of Suraj. He gets on with the game, doesn't waste any time.
I think he wanted to play one more shot through the third man region, but he couldn't connect it.
Dot ball to end the over. Mumbai 109 for 3 after 17 overs. Right then, our super question answer now coming in. A rare species of the Asian jumping spider was given the name Marengo Dash by an avid fan. And the correct answer is D, the god of cricket, Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. So congrats to everyone who posted on social media and got the right answer. And joining me right now is Mr. Harun Rashid, the General Secretary of the Divyang Cricket Board. Assalamu alaikum Harun sir, कैसे हैं आप, ठीक हैं?
वालेकुम अस्सलाम, मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ शेख भाई।
हारून रशीद साहब, पहले तो आप ज़रा अपनी कुछ बैकग्राउंड स्टोरी मुझे बताएं कि ये क्या आप लोगों के वजह थी ये क्रिकेट बोर्ड स्टार्ट करने की, ये सारा सिलसिला कैसे शुरू हुआ?
मैं जनरल सेक्रेटरी दिव्यांग क्रिकेट कंट्रोल बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया। हेलो
जी जी
हारून रशीद, जनरल सेक्रेटरी दिव्यांग क्रिकेट कंट्रोल बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया।
जी सर, तो फिर उसकी स्टोरी आप हमें बताएं कि वो फिर कैसे डेवलप हुआ और आपने कैसे ये सारा कुछ किया?
देखिए, देखिए, इस क्रिकेट की शुरुआत अंतर्राष्ट्रीय लेवल पर, हम इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर हमने 2007 में करी थी। और जिस वक्त शुरुआत करी थी उससे पहले ये क्रिकेट टेनिस बॉल से खेली जाती थी, और हम लोगों ने इसको लेदर बॉल से शुरू किया। और सबसे पहले हमने पाकिस्तान टीम के साथ 5 मैच खेले। 2008 में हमने इसकी शुरुआत करी।
सही। तो किधर हुए थे ये मैचेस सर?
ये मुरीद के में मैच हुए हैं।
अच्छा, पाकिस्तान में होते हुए
हाँ जी,
मैचेस।
हाँ जी।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
और सबसे बड़ी बात ये थी कि एक ये चैलेंज था कि हम लोग इंडिया टीम बना रहे हैं, लेकिन वो खेलेगी किसके साथ। तो सबसे पहले हम लोगों ने पाकिस्तान टीम को बनाया,
नेचुरली।
और उसके बाद फिर हमने बांग्लादेश टीम को बनाया। बांग्लादेश टीम के बाद हमने श्रीलंका टीम को बनाया। जितने भी एशिया के में अभी टीम्स हैं एक्सेप्ट अफगानिस्तान, अफगानिस्तान टीम सिर्फ हमको देख के बने हैं, बाकी सभी टीम को पर्सनल जाके हम लोगों ने बनाया है। और खुशी की बात यह है कि हम लोगों ने 2015 और 2019 2 बार एशिया कप भी ऑर्गेनाइज किया है। 2015 में इंडिया टीम चैंपियन थी, फाइनल में अफगानिस्तान को हराया था। और 2019 में हम लोग पाकिस्तान के साथ काठमांडू में फाइनल मैच मिस कर गए।
अच्छा, सो बेसिकली ऑल ओवर एशिया ये सारी अब डिसेबल्ड क्रिकेट टीम्स एस्टेब्लिश हो चुकी हैं।
जी हाँ।
दे आर हैविंग टूर्नामेंट्स एज वेल।
जी हाँ, जी हाँ। और ये जो टूर्नामेंट है, इसके पीछे जो कराने का मकसद है कि हमारा जो इंडिया का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, इंडिया का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बोलता है कि हमारे यहाँ सभी लोग बराबर हैं।
ऑफ कोर्स।
और उसमें अमीर नहीं है, कोई गरीब नहीं है, कोई लेडीज नहीं, कोई जेंट्स नहीं, सब इक्वल है, सबका बराबर है। तो लास्ट ईयर जो कोरोना सिचुएशन रही, जो कि सारी दुनिया ने देखी है कि सब कुछ लॉकडाउन था, सारे स्पोर्ट्स बंद थे, अचानक से न्यूज़ आती है कि बीसीसीआई आईपीएल को ऑर्गेनाइज करने जा रहा है दुबई, शारजा और अबू धाबी में।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो ये एक बड़ी न्यूज़ थी और ऑल क्रिकेट लवर्स आर वेरी हैप्पी। एंड हमारा जो प्लेयर्स थे ये थोड़ा सा उदास हो गए थे कि ये लोग इतने बड़े लेवल पर हैं कि ये वहाँ पर खेल सकते हैं
सही।
और हम लोग इसको नहीं खेल पाएंगे। तो मैंने अपने जो खिलाड़ी थे इनको, इनकी जो होपलेस थी, इनकी जो निराशा थी, उसको बदला है कि नहीं, आप लोग निराश मत हो, आप भी किस्मत वाले हो, हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे इंशाल्लाह और हम आपको दुबई शारजा में ज़रूर खिलाएंगे।
तो ये एक आप लोगों का एक ख्वाब था जो अब रियलाइज हो चुका है।
जी।
अब आप लोग शारजा क्रिकेट स्टेडियम में आके मैचेस करवा रहे हैं जहाँ 241 ओडीआई मैच हो चुके हैं। आपके लड़के भी अभी इधर आके खेल रहे हैं।
जी बिल्कुल, ये गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में इस स्टेडियम का नाम है। 241 ओडीआई यहाँ पर हुए हैं और आज ये बच्चे यहाँ पर खेल रहे हैं। बहुत ही किस्मत के धनी है ये, और जो मेरी दिल की तमन्नाएं थी वो पूरी हो गई। मेरे पास इसके लिए तो जो यहाँ का शारजा क्रिकेट ग्राउंड का मैनेजमेंट है, जनाब मजहर खान साहब,
जी जी।
हम उनके बेहद शुक्रगुजार हैं। बुखातिर साहब के शुक्रगुजार हैं कि उन्होंने हमको ये बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी दी है और एक ऐसा ख्वाब पूरा कराया इन खिलाड़ियों का जो इन्होंने कभी देखा भी नहीं था, बल्कि सोचा भी नहीं होगा।
Misfield at mid wicket, and that will be victory for Mumbai Ideals. They have won the game by 7 wickets. Unbelievable performance here. आप देख रहे हैं जी, मुंबई आइडियल्स ने एक बहुत शानदार फतेह हासिल की है राजस्थान राजवाड़ों की
जी हाँ,
तरफ।
बहुत शानदार। और राजस्थान ने भी अपनी तरफ से बढ़िया खेला।
तो सर मुझे ये बताइए कि इन दोनों टीम्स में से इंडियन डिसेबल्ड टीम के लिए कौन कौन से प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं, बड़े नाम?
बड़े नामों में से इनमें देखिए, मोहम्मद जावेद खेल रहे हैं, रंजीत खेल रहे हैं, राम सिंह गुर्जर वो काफ़ी दिन से खेलते हैं इस टीम, राम सिंह चौधरी खेल रहे हैं और नासिर खान खेल रहे हैं इसके अंदर।
अच्छा, तो काफी स्टार स्टडेड
हाँ,
टीम है एक तरफ से।
मुंबई टीम में ब्रजेश द्विवेदी खेल रहे हैं और
जी, जी।
सूरज मनकेले 2013 से खेल रहे हैं इस टीम में, इंडिया टीम में।
जी, वो नजर भी आ रहा था कि उनका एक्सपीरियंस दिखा था विद अ फैंटास्टिक 50 हियर, एंड नाउ द टू टीम्स आर गेटिंग टुगेदर, विल बी फिस्ट बम्प्स ऑल राउंड।
हालांकि राजस्थान टीम को मोहम्मद इखलाक अहमद का एक्सपीरियंस का पूरा यूज़ करना चाहिए था, लेकिन वो यूज़ नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि इखलाक पहले इंडियन टीम कैप्टन था।
अच्छा, ओके, नॉट बैड, बट फिर भी आई थिंक काफी मजेदार मैच हुआ है। आई थिंक ऑफ कोर्स गर्मी भी बहुत ज्यादा है, कुछ लड़कों के ऑफ कोर्स रोजे भी होंगे, तो वो भी इफेक्ट कर रहा होगा उनकी परफॉर्मेंस को थोड़ा बहुत।
नहीं, बच्चों के रोजे नहीं है, कुछ 1-2 लोगों के रोजे हैं, बाकी लोग किसी का ऐसा रोजा नहीं है। लेकिन हाँ, इनका जोश इतना तेज है। मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, हमारा जो टेम्परेचर है ना, वो 46 से लेकर 49 तक रहता है और ये उसमें भी मैच खेल लेते हैं।
इतना जज्बा और जुनून है इनका क्रिकेट खेलने के लिए।
बेशक। और अभी आप जो मैच होने जा रहा है कलकत्ता और दिल्ली का, मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि हमारे पास कलकत्ता टीम में जो कैप्टन है सुब्रो जॉर्डन, ये पहले
Whereas there are batting की, let me just talk about the Mumbai Ideals batting card here. Then Viva Bhai gone for 4 of 12. Suraj Kumar, outstanding performance, 50 of 49. Mohammad Javed not out, 32 of 21. A total of 17 extras there as Mumbai Ideals completed the run chase in just 18 overs. तो जी सर, आप सेकंड मैच को बता रहे थे।
सुब्रो जॉर्डन ऐसे खिलाड़ी हैं जो जिन्होंने इस फिजिकल चैलेंज क्रिकेट की पहली सेंचुरी मारी हुई है। उसके साथ साथ गुलामदीन जैसा धाकड़ बल्लेबाज है जो
अच्छा
कि मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि भारतीय टीम में विराट कोहली की टक्कर का बल्लेबाज है।
Let me just take a look at the bowling card here for Rajasthan Rajwade. Shakti Singh, 3 overs done for 16. Nasir Khan, 3 overs done for 28. Ikhlaq, 1 wicket, 4 overs, 1 for 28. Ranjit Singh was the pick of the bowlers for Rajasthan. 2 for 19 in his 4 overs, but 17 extras really penalized them with their low score of 122. And in the end, they conceded the runs in just 18 overs. Let's take a look at the highlights of the second innings then. Here we go. It was that man Suraj for Mumbai Ideals. Look at that great shot across to square leg for a boundary. Did some excellent power hitting, misfield there, then got it straight to long off. That backward point cut was another excellent shot. Then bowled him. Unbelievable delivery there from Ranjit. Caused a bit of a stir in the Mumbai batting, but Mohammad Javed then came into the scene. Some big hits across to mid-wicket. And then look at that. Fantastic timing on that one. Found the gap at wide long on. And then eventually that flick through mid-wicket. Continuous aggressive batting here from Mumbai Ideals. And then in the end they got the runs in just 18 overs. Match summary then. Let's take a look. Rajasthan Rajwade in their allotted 20 overs could not bat the exact 18 overs. They got bowled out in 17.4 overs. Ram Singh Chaudhary 38 of 33. Desraj, some good hitting at the end, 25 of 18.
Harun Rashid.
Rajesh Dwivedi, 4 overs, 4 for 18. Mahantesh, 4 overs, 3 for 15. And then Mumbai Ideals in the run chase, getting it in 18 overs. Suraj Kumar, outstanding performance, 50 of 49. Mohammad Javed, 32 of 21. Mumbai Ideals winning by 7 wickets. And we're gonna go. और हारून रशीद साहब फिर हम कुछ बात करते हैं। मुंबई आइडियल्स ने काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम लग रही है, लेकिन आप दूसरे मैच की बात कर रहे थे, आप क्या बता रहे थे, जरा कुछ बताइए।
मैं आपको गुलामदीन के बारे में बता रहा था कि घुटने से उस खिलाड़ी का एक पैर नहीं है। अच्छा। लेकिन बैटिंग के मामले में हमारे इंडिया में अगर उसको जोड़ा जाए तो नंबर 1 बल्लेबाज है।
ओके, लेट्स गो डाउनस्टेयर्स फॉर द फ्लैश इंटरव्यू हियर विद नील।
और इस स्टेडियम में
कैप्टन ऑफ राजस्थान रजवाड़े सईद शाहजीज। सईद भाई, मैच तो खैर बहुत तगड़ा रहा, लास्ट मिनट तक फाइट आपने दी, बट स्टार्टिंग में आपको लगा था कि 122 रन ये हो जाएंगे पूरे या कम पड़ेंगे?
एक्चुअली हमारे 12 ओवरों में स्कोर था 85 रन्स, तो उस हिसाब से तो 160 प्लस होना चाहिए था, लेकिन बीच में बैटिंग का थोड़ा सा क्लैप्स हो गया, तो इस वजह से ये शॉट हमारे को 30 रन शॉट रह गए। बाकी हमारे बॉयज़ ने बहुत अच्छा खेला है, बॉलिंग बहुत बढ़िया की है, तो मैं 100% सेटिस्फाई हूँ अपनी टीम से जो उन्होंने एफर्ट दिए।
हमने ये देखा कि आपकी बैटिंग के वक्त देसराज जो है वो एकदम लास्ट में आए थे और पीछे से आके कुटाई करी थी उन्होंने, तो कहाँ पर ये ऊपर नीचे में प्लेसमेंट में कोई गड़बड़ हो गई थी कि देसराज को ऊपर भेजना चाहिए था?
एक्चुअली देसराज को हमें 5वें नंबर पे भेजना चाहिए था, लेकिन उसकी बैटिंग हमने पहले चेक नहीं की, ना मैंने देखी हुई थी। फर्स्ट टाइम ये DPL हो रहा है, इसमें बहुत सारे प्लेयर जो हैं, कुछ एक अननोन प्लेयर भी हैं हमारे पास, क्योंकि मैं खुद जम्मू कश्मीर से हूँ, राजस्थान में खेल रहा हूँ, वो राजस्थान के प्लेयर हैं, तो वो हमें वहाँ पे चूक होगी, देसराज को हमें वहाँ पे ऊपर करना चाहिए था। आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है।
जहाँ तक बॉलिंग की बात है, बहुत ही स्टार्टिंग से जो है आपने पकड़े रखा था मैच को, बीच में एक आध ओवर जो है वो थोड़ी सी मुझे लगा वीक हो गई थी, जिसके चलते हल्की सी ग्रिप छूटी थी, बट आप लोगों ने जो मोमेंटम बनाए रखा था, शायद ये एक विकेट की बात थी, अगर सूरज का विकेट पहले मिल जाता तो शायद गेम पलटती।
जी, अगर सूरज भाई की विकेट एक देसराज जी से कैच वहाँ पे मिस हो गया, अगर वहाँ पे वो कैच हो जाते तो नेचुरली इसका नतीजा कुछ और ही होता, हम यहाँ पे इसको जीत की कगार पे।
चलिए, आपने बहुत अच्छा एंटरटेन किया, हमें रेस्ट कीजिए, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू।
All right, we'll go back to the comms.
Thank you very much, Neil. And with that, we'll just take a short break and be right back at the Divyang Premier League 2021. See you after the break.